Hello, everybody. Oh, main monitor on. Don't need that. Get rid of that. Go away. There we go. There we go. Now. Oh. Cable caught. That am I? That's pretty good. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. My height, like. Perfect. Good. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another exciting day of FortressCraft. Today's actually slightly more exciting than all the previous boring days of FortressCraft because we are finally starting to catch a little bit of a break, like resource-wise. Okay. Now, FortressCraft moves kind of quick once you hit a certain point, technology-wise. But that point is difficult to get to. And I'm glad to say that we've kind of hit that mark, where we're starting to actually make a little bit of headway, which makes me freaking happy, is because God, I was getting so frustrated with that. You know what, let's just dig this down. I don't actually know how deep this goes, but dig it out anyway. I can't see jack. And I want to actually fix the one that's up top too while I'm at it, but I'll do that later. Right now we're just gonna dig down and dig down and dig down and dig down and a little more digging down, and then after that I think we're gonna do some digging down and then some digging down and then some down and then some digging and then some digging down. Right? Right? Okay. Alright, so we've done some digging. We've gone down. We got about 19 bars there. That's pretty good. I'm very actually satisfied with that. I'm assuming this means there's. I'm assuming this is going to tell me not enough power. So we're going to take the force induction off of it. See if we can't reduce the power. Right now, power is kind of like our main problem here. Okay. We're down 376 meters, right? So you need 2 lasers, roughly, for about every 100. Okay, rough math. They're like, they goes like 64 meters a pop. Okay, so I could do, you know, like standard hexadecimal, you know, 24, 48, 64, 128, 256, blase blah. Okay, if I wanted to estimate this, but I like to just do it by thinking to myself, because I have to make turns also, so it's always best just to kind of overestimate. At 376 meters, I'm probably going to need, we'll just call it 8, right? Because it's 246 and then another, probably another 2 to make the turns, right? So I'll need 1 on the bottom here and then 1 there. And then I need another 3 beyond that, so I'm talking, I don't even want to call it 11. I'm thinking about saying more like 12, okay, of the Mark II variety laser. Now here's the big problem here. The big problem is that I can't transfer power fast enough into this bastard, right? And I'm not really, like, I'm not 100% sure what's up with that. But we're going to have to go up topside, and we're going to have to do some experimentation. Experimentation. It's like Jamaican experiment. Experimentation. Oh, damn it. Still not high enough. There we go. So here's the problem. The problem is that that guy, with as much power as he has... Are you not charging? Don't look like he's charging. That guy there has got issues. Big issues. Okay. Oh, come on. It leans actually a bit to the left. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that. That's what she said. Alright. So here's the problem. If I want to make Mark II lasers, well, they take titanium. Titanium is incredibly hard for us to get. And it takes a lot of titanium. Not just like a little bit, but like a lot of titanium. Which means our two options are to go down and super dig the shit out of some titanium, bring it back up here, and then make, oh, well, we can afford about 2 of them. Or find a way to increase the power on the Mark I. Now, I've got lenses in them. Yeah. I actually went down and I got a bunch of sapphire, so they're like 90% increase of transfer speed, but they're still not quite getting the job done. Heyo! What up, Awkward? Let's get old Awkward in here.
What up?
Did you see my YouTube video?
For the mic thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We recorded it last night.
Well, thank you for telling me when I recorded it, like I didn't know when I recorded something.
Because I was there, and I watched it.
Okay. By the way, you were, like, so not helpful.
I know I wasn't.
Just, like, he's just...
Yeah, it sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good! Like, and totally enthusiastic about it, and I was, like,
actually
face-palming the fuck out of myself. I deleted it, by the way. I just put it. I just wanted it just a fucking spit in that dude's face.
Yeah. Like, I actually couldn't tell the difference here. Like, it's supposed to sound horrible. I'm like,
well, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to actually turn up my settings in OBS, which also like I keep the settings in OBS down. That way I don't over amplify the microphone on accident. So it's like my safety gauge, and I forgot to fucking undo it. I woke up this morning and I was like, you idiot! Ah, no fucking wonder. No wonder.
Like, it doesn't sound bad to me. It sounds just fine.
So, long story short, I'm still mad about that, dude. Just like, what a bunch of fucking assholes.
I know, right?
What a bunch of fucking assholes. And what a view-botting fucking douchebag.
I know.
It's like got what do we have, like 240 plus viewers?
Yeah.
We had like fucking 5 people in chat.
This was the pack rat guy, right? Or was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not only that, it was like his mods just would not, like,
mods were dicks.
I was just tempted to say, like, oh yeah, I was just like, let him fight for himself. Don't, like, rush towards and say, no, that's wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah. Fucking childish ass mods.
And he's
dude,
just
I was getting so fucking heated.
Oh god.
I was so fucking heated about the whole thing. I was like, oh man. Man, if I'd had the fucking, like, I don't know. Like I'm still half tempted to make a YouTube video and be like, this guy's an asshole. He's a view botter. Don't go to his fucking channel. Fuck this guy. You know, just like some serious public hate.
Yeah.
You know, just fucking flat out call his ass out. You know, for that kind of shit.
Definitely.
240 viewers. Fucking bullshit. You've got like 20 tops. What a douchebag.
And it's like, it's not even worth view botting though. It's like for
Oh
240.
no, it is. That's absolutely worth. That's,
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of the range where you don't get caught. Right.
Oh, okay.
You know.
I see.
Let's see. What was I doing? I needed to build another laser transmitter. Shit, short of lithium. Okay, that's not a big deal. We got the lithium on lock. It's on lock, yo. Not a problem. We got this. I've like seriously been kicking my fucking production here into like some like massive high gear lately. I've actually got, I don't want to call it spare resources because I've always got something else to build, but I'm getting to the point where I'm gonna start branching out my resource lines, and right now I'm just trying to build additional ore smelters. That's like my number one priority right now. Ore smelter, ore smelter, ore smelter. Dude, I'm hurting my back in this fucking chair, dude. No, seriously, I've got like a pinched nerve or something in my lower back. It's really starting to fucking hurt. But I've also been on since this morning, like early, you know, this morning. I could have been streaming the whole time. I know I could have been, and I would have had my UK crowd come around, and everybody would have been happy, and everybody would have been cheerful and singing and calling me a douchebag, and you know, everything would have been golden. However, there was a conundrum. There was a problem. The problem is that I didn't want to turn on the stream and have anybody affiliate me with the boring ass nonsense that was going to occur today. Because I knew what day today was going to be. Today is, for those that don't know, it was going to be idle around the fucking base day and wait for resources day. I don't know why I really need to say it twice, but that's pretty much all I did. I just waited in the base for resources to build speed upgrades for the extractors, for the ore extractors, right? And that's all I was doing, pretty much the entire morning.
Oh my god.
So I don't think anybody, like, I was going AFK watching movies while I was waiting for 45 minutes at a go, you know, for all that shit to kick in and start working. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to stream this. There's just absolutely no way I can, like, morally just allow that to be on stream. That would be fucking horrendous. What the fuck is up with this? Average transfer per second, 1.2. Come in! Let me try just spinning this bitch. Sometimes you just have to reset them. Average transfer, 1.2 per second. I don't understand what's going on with these. Maximum transfer rate is 19, right? And it's going from 126 to like 86 and then back. And by the way, this guy doesn't even have the little pulse thing going. I don't. I'm gonna have to go down to the fucking bottom just to find out if this is doing anything. This is becoming like one serious disappointment after another when it comes to this particular situation. Because these guys are supposed to be transferring like, you know, an ass ton of power.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as I can fucking tell, they're not doing jack and shit. Like, as far as transfer is concerned. Like, why is this guy sitting... Like, this one's going, like, 3.74... Like, why the fuck is the one all the way up at the top bugged out where it says only 1? I mean, obviously, it's more than 1, because if it was, and then this one wouldn't be 4. I don't know what's going on, man. I'm totally fucking lost by this. Let's charge up this battery and just see what happens to this laser.
I feel
to
like
its transfer speed.
If anyone new came into the stream and they said, "Hey, my name's Greg," I I feel like anyone named Greg, you would just immediately go, I hate you," and they're just like, I didn't do anything. I know, but you just have this like hatred for anyone named Greg.
No. Gregs are fine with me. It's just that one Greg I don't like.
One Greg.
Yeah. We're gonna have to run these machines in shifts. I just don't see any other way getting around it. We did manage to make 3 more gold bars, so I mean that's something, I guess. This is not what I would call super effective, super go happy fucking fun time right now, though, because this is not working. This is not working the way it's supposed to work. Like, this one still has plenty of power, but that's fine. It's just... Like, all of this is fucking drained, right? And before, it wasn't drained. Okay, so that's full. That's full of power. He's full of power. Okay, now the batteries are starting to fill. We're just gonna help him along. Okay, now all the batteries behind that should backfill. All right. So that'll support that. That actually works. Okay, so I've got like 77 nickel bars, which is not that much, all things considered. I mean, I guess I could spend it on transport pipes and just pipe the shit from Gold Line up to this ore smelter, but that just makes me angry that I would have to waste resources like that when I went and got all these damn lenses for a reason. Look at this one. This one's doing better than the fucking one up the top that has a lens in it. Let's just put a lens in it and see what happens. Okay, so that makes no fucking sense whatsoever. So I put a lens in it. It's clearly firing faster, right? But it says completely the fucking opposite. It actually, like, the actual transfer per second goes down. I don't get how these people are working on that. I'm draining the damn thing out of power. I'm officially mind fucking blown, man. Okay, so I don't know if we need... I don't know what we need. By the way, every single one of these bastards has a laser lens, or a lens in it. A 90% lens in every one of them. So they're supposed to be, like, mind-blowingly fast right now, but they're not. I'll tell you what they are doing, though. They are actually keeping up. So Oh, do we get... Oh, wow, we got all the way to the top on that one. It must be overloaded and can't keep up. They can't handle the power they're using because they're shitty basic lasers. Yeah, but here's just what I don't understand. Is like, why... Okay, now this one says, like, 15. I don't... I'm... Done. Fucking done. Okay, well, this one's working now. This one's actually transferring. Okay, this one wasn't transferring before. Now it's actually transferring. And now the numbers are all kicking down. I'm assuming that's because we're using less power out of the blue for some god unknown reason that I don't understand. What's going on, Lil? How are you today? Yeah, sure, that's a fine place to throw me. Just like the garbage.
Oh my god.
Just slingshot me out of the way. You ever seen Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog?
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Hold on. I have to type this. I'm sorry. But I'm totally geeking the fuck out about that. Long story short. And I want to talk about it. Like, yeah. I'm not someone who's, like, super amazingly good at keeping secrets. Because that little itch that I get to just spill a fucking secret, like, tears me up on the inside. I've always been that way. And this is really exciting news. And I'm not allowed to tell the stream. And that sucks. That sucks. Oh. By the way, Lil Zeus, I'm not really sure what you mean by overloaded. Because, I mean... am I just... Here's the thing, like, the TPS on the system itself, the lasers... should be an accurate number that I can use for troubleshooting to find out what my problem is. You know? To find out whether it's... And this is the important part. If the laser has more capacity to transfer, and I'm not filling that space, or... Yo, what up, Raccoon? Welcome to the channel. It's good to see you, buddy. Or... if the laser themselves are like maxed out, just capped, but when I go and click on those lasers, I can't diagnose a problem. And that's an issue for me. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want to be able to diagnose a problem in a game that is an engineering style game. Because it's all about troubleshooting, and just so happens that in this instance, my troubleshooting diagnostic tool isn't functioning. My oscilloscope is broken. My multimeter is shot. Somebody dropped my fluke in the toilet. Okay? And I am not copacetic with that. I am not content. So, my only other option that I can think of, and there's a couple, okay? The Mark 1 power blocks, the power cubes, the Mark 1 power cubes are incredibly weak, right, when it comes to, well, pretty much everything, right? Pretty much everything. But specifically, transferring power in a circuit. Okay, so like if I have Mark 1 block, Mark 1 block, Mark 1 block, and I'm trying to get power from the first block to the third block, and they're just transferring through their own sidewall connections, then they do that terribly. The Mark 2s are a little better, and the Mark 3s are pretty damn good. Very good, in fact. So I may just try to bump the cube that laser's attached to a Mark II block. See if it just drains out a little better. Okay, should give me a little better throughput. Okay. And my third option, which I really don't want to do, really don't want to do, is add a third laser. Okay. So I would have 2 lasers going into 1 laser to transfer down. That would suck. I could always just run a second laser line. That's incredibly expensive, though. I mean, it's not incredibly expensive, but, I mean, for me in my current situation where I don't have a steady income of lithium, that's pretty expensive, right? I wouldn't be happy with that. What I really ought to do, pull my head out of my ass and automate the lithium. That's probably a good idea. Probably a good idea. Because I know that poor Charles has been running back and forth. And Mick did like 1,000 lithium the other day. Which is only about 3 runs maybe. I want to say I get about 300 a pop every time I go down there. And we have pretty much super dug out that lithium vein. I should probably check and see if it's even actually worth automating. It's probably not. Yeah. Stupid laser. Stupid laser. Laser, I'm disappointed with you. Okay, so I think I've turned on only one of the 2 coppers. The other copper I actually haven't turned on right now because I actually have a lot of copper, which is kind of scary and creepy and weird at the same time. I at one point almost had 200 copper bars, and on Greg mode, that's weird. You're not supposed to have that much fucking copper. Like, ever. So I was a little freaked out by that. I was like, wait a minute, I have how much copper? 200 bars? Holy shit. Whoa! Look who just jumps in. It's the Michelangelo.
Michelangelo.
It's the Mad Max of the beach. It's the insanity of the beachy. The Madness crew has arrived. Oh, perhaps I should add the Mickness to the call. Did you see King's stream last night?
I did. I caught a glimpse of it while I was playing Siege.
Oh, okay. Were you listening to me fucking talk down to him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God, not this again.
Just wanted to make sure you didn't miss the enjoyableness. I
That's
love
it?
too how what's up, dude? Mears?
Oh, God.
Okay,
His headset.
Can you hear
I
us?
hate these headsets.
Hello?
His headsets are
Okay,
bad.
so that's a
Give me
no.
sec, guys.
So
God.
he's sitting there talking shit about. Okay,
Hurry out.
so Iron Master. Do you remember Iron
Give me a sec.
Master at all?
Iron
Awkward.
Master,
Does
yes.
He built. He helped finish the build for. Yes, I can hear you, Mick. Okay.
It's done this last time.
He helped us build the original
Was it the
Brewing
Everybody new headsets.
yeah, auto
thing.
brewer?
I know what you're
Was it,
doing.
yeah, the auto brew. Okay, right. I had some redstone that was wrong in it, and he came in and
Alright,
figured it
anyone
out.
there?
Yeah, I'm here, dude.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. I hate these headsets. Ah, okay. Mr. Let's go there.
Mick.
Sorry guys, I can't hear you.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, didn't you just buy that
That's what
headset?
happens when you get new headsets and you don't know how to use them.
Yeah, fucking read the damn directions,
Hi,
man.
welcome. Hi.
Okay, hello,
You
can you
guys
hear
are
us
talking
now?
to me.
Hi. Hello.
Hi.
Okay, I don't
I'm
think
good.
he can actually hear us.
Got a little drunk yesterday, last night.
Okay, he's just talking. I don't think he can hear us.
He can't actually.
Is to
hear
go
us.
with these.
Dude, go read the fucking directions, Mick.
Oh, I keep trying to exploit mode. Save. Okay, can you guys talk?
Hello?
Oh, hi.
That's
Hey,
better.
how you doing?
There we go.
Good, yourself, mate?
Fantastic.
Fuck, I hate these headsets. I really, really do.
Okay,
I don't know how to
so
work them.
that's fully charged. Okay.
That's
As we
what she
can
said.
see.
It's actually not the Madness crew anymore, dude.
What is it now?
It's the koala crew. Does that look like a koala? Nah,
So now it's
nothing.
the koala crew.
Okay then.
Yeah, it's koala.
Cool.
It had to go with the Aussie, the Aussie accent,
Yep.
So this thing looks like. Okay, by the way, you can tell by the power delta on these things. So I'm trying to do kind of a rough estimation. If I'm putting 8 power into it, and my power delta is roughly 2, then I'm outputting roughly 6 per second, right? Because this still doesn't fucking tell me my transfer speed at all. Which, like, horribly sucks ass. Let's take the fucking laser back out of here and see what happens. Take one's out of there. Now it's transferring nothing. Nothing, huh? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's clearly fucking firing, so I don't understand. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this thing? Come on, man. This is clear. That's clearly bugged. That's bugged. Bug report. Complain to Arcus. Burn down all the things.
You finally fixed that hole right here.
Which hole?
I don't know which hole that is here, but you fixed it up.
Okay. Well, yeah. Of course I did. That was like the plan from the start, right? That hole had to go.
Well, that's good then.
Okay, so this battery here is like constantly drained out. Fucking rudimentary lathe. Get off the line, guy!
Have you noticed anything in your chat thing?
In my chat thing?
Mm-hmm.
No. What are you talking about?
Have a look how many you've got.
Wait, what?
Oh God, 44.
That's
Well,
interesting.
That's not bad.
Well, I just
That's
had
like
a
the
look at
quietest
this.
44 people I've ever seen in my life. But you know what? If they want to lurk, fucking let them lurk, man. I'm not one to pry. Not only that, but yeah, we're gonna let that be. Oh man.
Hey, Dev.
Okay. So that's being drained out. Obviously, I kind of figured that was going to happen because we've got 2 lasers coming out of it. So here's let's do this. Okay, hold on. We're gonna reverse engineer this shit. We gotta figure this out, right? Okay. Okay, so we got 5 PPS on one, and then 0.6 on the other. Why? Let me take that out of there too.
It's got an itchy.
Trigger finger.
Okay,
so why is that 0.3? Why is that 0.3 and that one's 4.5? Let's just fill this battery just to find out. Okay, so these batteries, by the way, I mean, look how quickly that drains, right? Incredibly quickly. So apparently, it's fairly obvious to me that we are not feeding more than we're drawing, right? And what's the regular draw speed on these? 10 per second? 10 per second, right? So the whole point of this was that the one laser up top is supposed to be able to feed 2 lines. And it should be able to feed 2 lines, in all technicality. I'm thinking right now, our drawback, at least here, is this battery. I don't think it can transfer the speed fast enough. So it's... No, if that were the case... No, that can't be right, because if that were the case, then the battery would be full. Right? The battery would be full. But the battery's not full. The battery is, in fact, empty. And the battery is empty shows us that we're... How to explain this? We're transferring the capacity that's coming in. So our incoming line is not keeping up with the outgoing production here. I'm wondering if I missed a lens somewhere. I mean, could it be as simple as that? Maybe that's it. Maybe I just missed a lens. Okay, so let's go back and let's just check all these guys. Lens. Power transferring at 3 per second, this says. Clearly not, because it's going way faster than that. I understand nothing about this game anymore. I'm completely... Dude, I'm completely just confused by this beyond imagination. Now, mind you, I don't deal with these lasers like, you know, in heaps and tons. But I know, like, this one's transferring at 10 per second, right? It should be doing double that. Double that. Because we should be sending power down at roughly 20 per second. This one's like 5. But the other one on the other side, down below us, is 10. Yeah, I'm calling shenanigans too, Dev. But what are we gonna do about it, right? Just start banning lurkers? That's rude, don't you think? That's actually severely rude. 5%, 5 per tick. Okay. And this one's 7. Why is it 7? Okay. It should be drawing the power out of here incredibly quickly. I'm gonna start chaining like batteries and lasers together. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a bunch of batteries, and we're gonna make a bunch of lasers, And we're going to start chaining batteries and lasers together here to just make something ridiculous. Okay. Either that, or maybe I have enough for like one Mark II laser. Just at the top, it'd probably be fine. I don't have enough titanium. Okay. I have one pyrothermic generator. I have one storage hopper. Okay. So, I have... I do need to do some more titanium, though. But, what are we going to do about it, right? Okay. So, we tried tying two of these together. We know that this one's transferring. It's not transferring very fast, though. It's only transferring 1.6. Which I don't understand, again, because, like I said, this has a maximum transfer rate of 19 per second. But it's not doing it. It's only doing, like, a considerably smaller amount than that, obviously. So here's what I'm thinking. We're gonna stack a battery on top of here. Right? And then we're just going to throw a laser into the top of him, transferring down into that guy, so that his power stays maxed out. If I didn't know any better, like... I don't understand what's going on. Okay. I'm calling shenanigans, and I'm making a phone call. I'm gonna hang up on you guys. I'll be right back, though.
Okay.
Is there anybody here? I guess would be a nice way to... Horde, are you here? Actually, you're the guy I need to talk to, really. Actually, anybody who knows about the Mark I batteries, really, preferably. Or sorry, the Mark I lasers. Because I'm having...
Hello, Mr. Wern.
Oh, what's up, Horde? Hey, buddy. I have a question.
You
okay.
have a question?
I have a question.
You have a question?
Yes. Okay. The question is... Hold on, I gotta turn my music off real quick.
Okay.
Okay, I am streaming, so just heads up there.
Yeah. Yes, it's okay.
Okay. I have a Mark I transmitter, right? Mark I laser transmitter. It has a maximum transfer rate of 19 per second. Okay, I put a lens in it, which bumped it by 90%. But I'm only reading 1.2 transfer per second out of it. I have two additional lasers pointed into it in an attempt to bump that number. But
Okay, so currently you've got a Mark I laser transmitter, maximum rate of 19, does it say?
Yep.
And you're firing 2 into it?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. What throughput are you getting at the moment?
1.1.
1.1.
Yes.
What is it powering?
It's powering a bunch of crap down in my mind, but everything down in my mind is like power starved.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it firing into a PSP? Is it?
It goes all the way down to the bottom, and then when it hits the bottom, it goes into a Mark I battery that is like empty.
Okay, so the Mark I's empty down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Just change. Are you on your stream now?
I am indeed.
Let me just check your stream out to show me visually.
Okay.
What have you got generation wise? What's generating?
I'm generating. Let's see. I've got, I think, 4 pyrothermics, which generate 8 per second each, because I've got the enriched coal in them. So I should be good to max out this line. I mean, you can see that the actual power storage that they're on are completely full. I've even put a Mark II battery under that laser to try and bump the speed in which power goes into the laser. And the interesting thing is the laser itself has plenty of power. There's tons of power in the laser, right?
Oh, in the buffer.
Yeah, like
Okay, if the laser's got a buffer, a full buffer, then it's not the laser end that's the issue. It'll be wherever it's going to. It'll be whatever's consuming the power from it. So if you go down to
but it says transferring 1 per second.
yeah,
And it's empty down there. It's completely empty down there.
have you got another battery on you?
I don't, but I can steal one of these. It's not a problem.
Oh, if you take an empty battery and place it in the beam, and then see if it bumps up first. And so if you place an empty battery in front of that laser,
Yep.
because it's got an empty buffer, that will definitely receive power, and we
Yep.
can see if that is actually transferred.
It's strange too because it's going up and then down. It goes like 129 and then 110 and then 158 and then 140. And it's not up against anything to power it. It's just
Okay.
I don't know if this is a Greg mode thing or what.
It shouldn't be, no. Okay, drain that Mark 1 battery again and open the interface on the laser.
Okay. Open.
Okay, what does it say to transfer now?
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, empty the battery first.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Obviously, I'm watching the stream. It's
Okay.
30 seconds delay.
I'm waiting for it to connect to the battery. There it goes. 1.9, 2, 2.1, 2.2, 2.4, I think it capped out at before the battery filled up.
And that's connected to two batteries that are fully charged, isn't it? You've got one feeding in there on the Mark 1, you've got another feeding in on the Mark 2. That's strange.
Yep.
Give me 2 seconds, I've got the journey over the line.
Yo, what's up, Kale? How are you today? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if this is just a visual glitch, because like if I look at some of the other ones, by the way, they all say different numbers. Like all of these, all the way down the line, all of these laser transmitters give me different numbers. So like if I go just down to the next one, it's at 0.6, and it's.
What if you go down to the very bottom?
Okay.
In fact, no, don't go down to the very bottom. Stay where you are. Stay at the top.
Okay.
Place the Mark 1 battery back in front of the laser.
Okay, hold on.
Look at the battery and see what rate the battery's receiving at. That's the quickest way to see if it's a visual glitch on the laser.
Oh, you mean the delta curve? Power
Yeah.
delta? That's a
Yeah,
good
what's
idea.
that reading out when it's filmed?
Hold on, I'm waiting. Oh god, it's all over the place. -1,
Is it?
7, 6, 5, 11, 12, 10, 13, 14, 5, 10, 5, 4, 9, 7, 12, 13, 6, 5, 10, 9.
Oh, with an how long does it take a battery to fill up from empty?
Not long. It's full. But here's the interesting thing: even when it's full, it's still like sometimes it'll drop down a little bit and then refill. It's really weird.
Or if it's at the rate if it's firing at the rate it's supposed to, which is 19, it should take about 10 seconds to fill up, shouldn't it?
That's about what it took, I think.
That's what it is, isn't it? Okay.
Well, hold
I'll
on.
say-
I'll do it again. I'll just throw another one in here and then we'll just time it real quick. 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Looks like it's doing. It's just so weird because I don't know if you can read this over here, but the numbers go up and the numbers go down, and the numbers go up and then the numbers go down.
That's purely because the delta refreshes at a certain rate that isn't in seconds, so it doesn't quite catch it at exactly the same rate that the laser puts into it.
That would make sense. Got it.
Yeah.
Kind of like a
if you
car's like mile per gallon ratio.
Yeah.
You know, as it
it's always
refreshes,
shown to go
it
fast, slow, fast,
changes. Gotcha.
slow. Okay. If you take that battery off, fire it back down to the bottom and jump down to the bottom of your shaft and just disconnect. Just turn whatever's facing off it so it's not accepting any power. You know, so the battery down the bottom isn't spreading any power anywhere.
Okay.
And try the same thing. How many things are you powering with this with?
I think I've got. Well, when I when I turn one of these lines off, one of these, I've got two transmitters down here, right? Because I figure if I've got one transmitter line coming from the top all the way down, and it's got a fucking laser lens on it, it's basically the same as having two transmitters, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Theoretically. So I should be able to use two transmitters and power two separate lines, but I can't. I can power one line, but I can't power the other line. So I've actually got a battery here. I'm just going to unhook the laser and then see how quick it powers.
Yeah.
Looks like it's doing about 10 a second or so.
Yeah.
Roughly.
The one thing you need to understand about the batteries is that they prioritize the faces somewhat. Not entirely, but if you imagine it's got 6 faces, a battery will always prefer to power out the top face first, so you get more power at the top face, and then it'll go north. I think it's northeast, southwest, and then the bottom. So like, if there's an item on each side, whatever's on top will receive more power than whatever's on the bottom of it, for example. It doesn't have an even split. So when you put 2 lasers on it, one of the lasers will get priority over the other. Not a great deal. They'll still both get power, but you'll notice that one will get slightly more power.
Okay.
That's purely because of the update process. It checks each face in turn and gives it power.
So this one down here is currently in line. It's telling me about 7.5 as far as transmit's concerned. So, I mean, it's still good. It's just like, how do I max out?
Have you got any turrets on it? Turrets on the way down.
No.
Is there anything else connected to it at the top? There isn't. There's just
Yeah,
full
no,
battery and
yeah,
power
this
down.
is, yeah, there's nothing connected up at the top. I mean, there's no power draw up at the top. There's only power input up at the top, and then power draw down here. Also, I should also mention I have a weird hopper glitch. My items are getting eaten by my hoppers. Just randomly, every now and then, the hoppers will eat items.
As in, they'll just disappear, go forever.
Yep.
Destroyed.
Yep.
What build are you on at the moment?
I'm on mainline.
You're on mainline at the moment. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So this is mainline Greg mode. So this is like default server settings.
Okay. Let me just make a note of the.
I had a simplified pod in my inventory last night when I was doing my last research, and I stuck it into the mini hopper right next to the lab, and it just vanished the moment I put it in there. And I checked the lab didn't have it, and then I checked the mini hopper, and the mini hopper didn't have it, and I think I cussed on stream for about 5 minutes. Because I'd already shut off all my production for everything and was like, what the fucking son of a fucking...
Oh, hang on. This is a server, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, this is multiplayer.
Yeah, that may be why. Check your ore extractors. Is it just that ore extractor that's powering down the bottom at the moment?
I've got
I see it.
2 ore
It's firing.
extractors. I've got 2 ore extractors and a ore smelter. But when they're powered, and this is actually strange because normally these guys are full by now. I'm just going to power up that battery just to see if it drains out again.
Yeah. Okay.
Because usually the last couple of times this setup here powered up and then ran. Oh, that's right. If it's actually smelting, it will drain.
Yeah. Are the buffers full on the ore extractors, or are they?
They're they're all tied together.
Okay. If you look at the actual ore extractors itself, though, if you open that interface on the ore extractor.
Yep. They're full power.
Oh, you've got a smelter there as well, obviously.
Yep.
Ah.
The smelter is what's drawing all the power.
Yeah, definitely, without a doubt. The thing with the servers at the moment is the client that belongs to the server. If you imagine when you boot the server up, the server's got its own client that you can't see.
Yeah.
Now, that client gets quite an accurate readout of things. Being a network player on the server, what it actually does is there's no synchronization as such. What happens is your client tries to simulate what's happening on the server. So the interface on the laser doesn't always read right. The easiest way to check at the moment is to actually monitor the battery.
Gotcha.
That's something that fix will come for.
Okay.
So don't trust the lasers exclusively. They're working, Just you can't see that they're working as well as they should be.
Okay.
Even the power buffers may be a little bit out. The easiest way to
Yeah, the
check it
power
is
buffers do some weird shit. Like this one here particularly, and I don't know why, but this one battery right here will look like it's completely empty. But if I get close enough to it, or if I try to charge it, it'll actually be full, and then it'll update the image and show that it's full.
Well, we can see that one there on the one at the bottom of the shaft. That battery's full now, isn't it?
Yep.
That's why the delta is also all over the show, because obviously your client updates the server rate, but your client updating to the server is even less often, if you will.
Yep. Is there is that like a rate thing that I like a rate command that I can change to just send more packets more frequently to the server?
No, you can update the rate that things get sent, and that'll send things like segments, but it won't update this information. If you're in a loaded segment, this is what it is at the moment.
Okay. I thought I would ask. Oh, and another thing I think you might want to check. At random, my CPH shuts down and says, "This will reinitialize when we have 1,000 viewers on the forum."
What? The
Yes.
CPH says that.
The CPH does. Okay.
That's what the sign should say.
Yes.
Have you got any signs on it?
There is a sign on it. Yes.
But the sign, that's what sign will say regardless.
Uh-huh. Okay, and at the same time, all of my ores turn black, and everything stops working.
Is that just in one segment?
Yes. So everything around the CPH all stops working all at the same time.
Okay. Press F9. That will bring up the segments. You know, like the chunks in Minecraft.
Oh, okay.
And see if it's in the same segment. Obviously, segments are a little bit different in FortressCraft because the world's so big. Like we're 500 light years.
Hold on, I'm going to the CPH real quick.
Bring up segments, see if it's just in that segment, because we don't treat it like Minecraft segments where you have like one big massive segment that is the entire height. Segments are actually blocks on top of one another. So something underneath might work, above might work, but it might just be that segment's being a little bit derpy. It won't be the segment itself, it'll be your client's interpretation of the segment, if you will.
Wow, that's funny because the line is actually drawn like right there. And you've obviously got a couple seconds to wait and see this. So what happens is this sign here will say, you know, this will reinitialize after we have so and so many viewers, and then all of everything I have here will say the words initializing on it, and nothing will move, and then all of the ores on this line will turn black.
Sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is really, really weird. And I should also mention there's some kind of conveyor glitch. I don't know if that's because I'm running Greg mode, and I think it has to do with Greg mode, because I believe that just a thought here, the Greg mode has slower conveyors. Is that correct?
It does. Well, the conveyor setting is independent of the resource setting.
Okay.
But sorry, yes. You started a dedicated server without a world. It just generated its own, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that defaults onto slow conveyors. Yeah.
Okay.
So they are slower.
By the way, why do you guys have that set to default to Greg mode?
Because DJ's an absolute bastard.
Because I can't get my server admin to change this. He's just like, you know what? That's the default setting. That's what we stick to. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play Greg mode. But I'm stuck.
Who's this? It's only been out for. It's only been on mainline for what? 5 days, 6 days?
Well, that's like literally like 24 hours after you guys released, we started this multiplayer server.
The reason it defaults to Greg mode is because longevity in multiplayer servers. Obviously, you got to remember the server runs 24/7 unless you turn it off.
Yep.
So, if you fire a public, obviously we're not really going public at the minute because there's no permission systems involved. It'd be absolute murder. Could you imagine the grief? And someone could literally turn a laser on you and be murder. But for a longevity gameplay, if this was on plentiful mode and you had, say, 5 people jumping on it over, a week?
Yeah.
The game would be done.
Oh, yeah.
You know, incorporating the Greg mode causes people to think quite quickly about what they're doing. They really have to make tactical choices, but no sort, it just lengthens the gameplay on a server.
But the problem is, the initial grind makes you want to fucking hang yourself by your testicles.
Everyone's standing around the PSP taking power out at the same time, going super digging. Oh yeah.
Oh, here's the best part. We glitched out when we first joined, and so none of us had extractors. So we were all standing around a torch on the ground.
We had the same thing.
Shivering, trying to survive.
I tell you what, someone did have extractors. You know who it was?
Who was it?
It was the server's client, the first person in the world who no one plays. That invisible person that we can't see.
Yeah, why doesn't... Yeah, that guy's a bastard. He needs to give up the extractors.
We need to look at that. The problem is, if we just incorporate it into every player's inventory who joins the server to have these ore extractors, then every time someone joins the server, you work.
Yeah, I get it, because then you just have people fucking, join in, fucking throw ore extractors, go out, change their name, go back in, so on and so forth, trying to duplicate ore extractors.
Okay, I've got an idea. When you spawn a multiplayer world like this, a storage crate spawns with them in.
It's probably
the easiest way.
I was thinking the same thing. That's probably the best way to do it.
Create some multiplayer.
Well, that's very true, Dev. No, I'm gonna continue playing this world. I mean, I've already gotten to the point at this point where, I'm coming along pretty darn well. It was just the initial 12 hours that were fucking terrible that made me think to myself, people aren't going to want to play this because it wasn't fun. It wasn't enjoyable. And defaulting to that mode is obviously going to, if you're selling a game, the game is supposed to have difficulty levels to it, and obviously you can have a multiplayer server with different settings. But if you just always default to that,
don't worry about it, because currently there's a girl in the States, KitKat, who is building the server manager. That should be live in the next few days, and the idea is you launch server manager and you can tweak all the world parameters prior to actually hosting, which makes it a lot easier. You don't need to worry about throwing a folder in with a pre-generated world and to start the game.
Oh, nice.
Or with default Greg, go in the server manager, select what world, what resource setting, do we want it to be a rush world, do we want it to, have slow conveyors, fast conveyors? That's all going on. That's in the loop.
Now,
obviously. There is one more thing. Just give me a minute. I just need to go and ask DJ a question before I give you an answer on it.
Oh, okay.
2 seconds.
By the way, Kale, sorry that you have to go to work. I know that sucks. Yo, what's up, Flame? How you doing, buddy? Welcome, man. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. It's good to see you, my friend. Holy shit, are we seriously at 51 viewers right now? We have 51 lurkers? Hey! I don't want to say that's an all-time high for us, but it's pretty darn close, I think. If we're not being view-botted, which I hope we're not, because that would be terrible. It would make me cry on the inside. And think to myself, man, I thought I was going to be popular today, but no, I'm not popular. Nobody loves me. Yes, everybody loves me. Alright, so we're going to go back over real quick. We're going to drop down. We're going to get some titanium while we are waiting for Horde to get his answer from DJ about whatever it is he's asking DJ. I'm not really sure. Stupid fly. There's a fly, and he's like flying toward my mouth. He really wants me to eat him. I don't know why. This fly seems to lack survival instincts. Okay. So I've got just a couple of little bricks of titanium over here. Not a whole lot.
Okay. What we're thinking is, what used to happen was, if a client dropped an item, or an item dipped out for a client, what would happen is it would drop to the multiplayer client, the service client, and then it would respawn and it would drop next to CPH. So you'd find a stack of items there. Sometimes you think, where have these come from? And these items that people have lost, essentially.
Yep.
That's been stopped now. That shouldn't happen, full stop. We have confirmed it doesn't happen, which is good, because it means that the items aren't disappearing on you and going somewhere else.
Okay.
what the possibility is, similar thing to the batteries where the interface isn't updating. I'm thinking if you put an item in the storage hopper on the research lab, yeah, and it just got it immediately.
Well, that was just one example, but I've been having major problems with loss. Like just for instance, I can go up right now, and I can go drop exactly 500 of whatever amount of ore into the smelter, and it's supposed to be a 25-to-1 return, and I won't get what I'm supposed to get out of it. I'll get like 1 bar less, you know. But that happens pretty commonly.
Oh. So if you put like 50 items in, there's a chance you won't get 1 ingot.
Right. And if I play with the hoppers, I can actually glitch the hoppers to just like completely eat like a whole stack. Like so if I'm hitting like Q and E over and over and over again, it'll eat like a lot of those items that I'm pulling in and putting out.
That's why items can randomly disappear on you.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't give you an answer on that right now, but now that you've mentioned it, I can have a nose. And see if there's something untoward happening.
Like it at first I thought I went, because that never happened to me in single player, and I was like, am I just losing
purely because
count?
of the synchronization with the server.
Yeah. So it took
server's
me a while.
The game's working. It's just the client's interpretation of the server that's a little bit dirty.
Yeah. I just thought I would mention it to you. That's all.
No, good. It's cool. What else do we say? So generally, the storage hoppers may behave slightly like the batteries do, like the lasers do. You know, where they are working, but the client's just not interpreting it's working right.
Yep. I figure that's just netcode needing to be worked on. It'll just take time. I'll just keep my head up and. Oh shit! Not good. Not good. Oh god! Really? Fucking son of a bitch.
Now, I've got some good news for you. I don't know if you caught the stream yesterday, but the Bleeding Edge on Monday I think, the current Bleeding Edge has gone Patreons only because it's swapped to Unity 5, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which has made a massive improvement to gameplay. Honestly, it's insane. Like my end world base at the moment, I was dropping to 10, 12 FPS in my base. I've actually got that much shit there. When we updated to Unity 5, I got an instant gain up to about 25 FPS in the same location. It's almost doubled my frame rate.
Oh wow, very nice.
Everything just seems so much smoother. So there'll be some tier 4 conduits, bits and bobs like that you'll be able to play with.
Well, I'm not on Bleeding Edge.
But on Monday, what we're going to do is we're going to throw the Bleeding Edge build for me into the beta tab. So you will be able to get in and try it again.
Okay.
So there's quite a few new things. There's a new boss in. Have you seen it? Have you seen the worm?
I have seen the worm. I've seen the worm.
Mr. Worm has seen the worm.
I was like, I got in while he was finishing, or when he was like finishing up the animation build for everything for it, and getting it put into the gameplay, and deciding the spawn locations and such, and I was like, Mr. Worm begins streaming, suddenly there's a worm boss, coincidence?
No, we've just been having fun trying to come up with a name for the next expansion. We're thinking like Cryo Rush or Cryotech or something.
Well, I mean, what are... So is the next expansion just going to be like the Bleeding Edge patch that you guys are working on now?
Oh, no. Well, the current train of thought is DJ's trying to decide if the next tier of machines knowledge should be a DLC.
Okay.
So, like, you'd get until tier 3, and obviously you'd still get all the game improvements and all the changes that happen here as a result of the later game stuff, but if the tier 4 stuff, the machines haven't been implemented yet, like the tier 4 ore extractors, which are huge. Have you seen one yet?
Oh,
the
yeah.
Trencher?
No, I haven't seen the trenchers. The ore extractors. No, I haven't. I haven't seen that. I haven't seen the blast furnace yet, but I've had quite a few people mentioning them to me, and I'm very excited to check them out and see what they look like.
Yeah. Oh, the Trencher, DJ did some animation work on it today, some graphical work. It's a 3x3x6 multi-walk. and it absolutely rapes ore, and it can output straight to mass storage at the moment as well. You literally put mass storage block next to it, and it will output onto it without any inputs or outputs needed. It uses storage hoppers as well, but that's all coming along quite well.
What is the cap for mass storage?
There's no cap.
I didn't think there was. I didn't think there was. I was just kind of curious about that. Now I know DJ was working on a new. Sorry, not DJ wasn't working on a new, but he had somebody is working on the new storage system for the game.
Yeah, that's the other Nick. I'm Nick. I'm Nick. There's also another Nick who is one of the background devs, and he's currently working on mass storage. That's been going on for a while.
Okay.
Background.
I'm very curious about that. Like super curious about that. But I don't want to give anything away that you don't want to talk about, obviously, while I'm on stream.
No, it's nothing. There's nothing really hidden. Mass storage is a brilliant idea and concept because you spend two lightweight machine blocks, is it? Or 2 tin plates, and you can build a mass storage block, and you can just infinitely expand it at the moment. The only downside is the bigger it is, the longer it takes the drones to go and get something, the slower it becomes just by its concept.
Right.
That is being worked on, so that should be coming in soon.
Well, I was mentioning to DJ that have you ever were you ever previously a Minecraft player?
Yeah.
Applied energistics?
Yeah.
I was thinking something along the lines of the ME system.
Something like that would be nice.
That would be kick ass in this game.
Wouldn't it just? Because at the moment you face problems where, like, on my single player world, again as an example, it's endgame there. I've automated everything to the extent where each individual ore has its own sorting system.
I've seen your base. It looks like. Well, let me put it this way. I felt if you walked around any longer, you were going to run into a fucking minotaur. Because it's a maze. It's not only a maze, but it's a multi-level maze of machines in all directions. It reminded me of the main city from the Matrix, the machine city.
Oh yeah.
Kind of what it looked like. Just bright lights everywhere. Everything's flashing. Everything's moving.
Obviously, the main hang-up at the moment is that if we get stuck, say one ingot fills its storage, it can then backlog what the smelters it's on, which is an issue. It can then backlog the ores that are coming up, which can then backlog Macquarie, which can then backlog everything else. So, like, some seriously advanced storage solution would be nice there.
Exactly. Right. Like
the main
fucking
bonus,
ender chests. Okay.
Yeah.
Which we don't technically need because we have matter movers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I mean, like, something that's ender chest like. Let me give an example. Okay, everything in my world, in my Minecraft world, is ender chest immediately inputs into ME instantaneously.
Yeah.
So whenever you've got a core, everything just directly inputs to the ME, and then I output filter everything. So if somebody wants something, I have a wall of filters. I walk over to my wall of filter and input it. Boom. Out it goes to wherever they want it. Right? Something like that, like it's like a tier 5, like build an ME system, filter your inputs and outputs, use matter movers to move your inventory from one location to another. That would kick ass.
That would be awesome. Like I say, that's the interesting thing at the minute is if the idea goes ahead to push the main tier 4 boost as a DLC, then maybe tier 5 will be in the same DLC, and then maybe tier 6 will be the magma. Depending upon how many machines get introduced there.
Yep.
But currently the plan is tier 7 is when you'll build the rocket, which is the rocket will be something along the lines of Kerbal Space Engineers, yeah?
Yep.
To get back up to the space station.
I'm not a fan of that one still.
No, it's going to be massively oversimplified compared to that.
Okay. Thank God. Because I played Kerbal when it first came out, and you actually need to know rocket science.
Yeah. Press the equals key on your keyboard, and you'll get a inventory pop up. The creative inventory. You can't actually take any of those blocks in this mode, but if you scan through it, I think it's like the 5th or 6th tab, the top row of items is rocket components. You'll see that they're already in game. They all need tarting up a little bit. Like I said, just the next 50 button at the top. Yeah, the tabs are all the same on top, just the next 50, previous 50 buttons, scan through the items.
Oh, okay.
But the idea is you'll build the rockets component at a time. That'll take you back up to the space station. And then from the space station, that'll be the progression then.
I'm attempting to find where you're talking about here. So it doesn't matter, just next 50, previous 50.
There's not there's not millions of items in there just yet, but they are there somewhere. I think they've got no icon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking to myself. They probably don't have an icon.
I think it's along the top row, I think. Go back.
I'm 30 seconds behind.
I think it's I think it's the 4th tab along.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, it's Okay, so there's a whole bunch of just no icon up there.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, rocket, cargo hold, stabilizer, fuel tank, and engine, and framework.
If you're playing in creative mode, you can place them blocks right now in creative mode.
I'm not, unfortunately.
Obviously, I don't know. Have you played any creative?
I have not.
Okay, people instantly think creative Minecraft and think of creative FortressCraft as survival with 3 parts. It's not. Creative on FortressCraft is a totally different world. For instance, you spawn in a grassy landscape with villages. Yeah.
What?
No one saw that coming. You have a magical staff and all sorts, and you can change the weather with it. You can cause it to snow. It's like my phone's going mental because I just turned it on. Oh shit.
That's a little different.
Oh god. Oh, 500 messages. Yeah. And basically, creative world is purely about incorporating new objects. There's a lot more decorative blocks.
What the hell did I just?
The Patreon at the minute has £100 pledge, $100 pledge tier, and everyone who pledges on that tier is adding, every person who pledges there, another creative block's being added. So there's going to be a lot more decorative stuff going on as well in survival.
Oh, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Although I'll be honest, I don't really get into the decorations so much.
No.
Except for
neither do I really. But as you like on Greg mode here, what I found was when I was playing on the official server with DJ when we first started testing it. You know when we were originally all standing around the battery waiting to take that power, going super dig cold so we could survive for about 6 hours. You
were doing creative stuff to keep busy.
Yeah, we were just building shit. Yeah. And the world looks amazing. There's a giant SpongeBob with a pirate ship and shit like that. And from a gameplay point of view, it adds a new perspective to it. Well, it's not a new perspective, but it opens that perspective up to the point where you actually want to do it. So that's all coming.
Yeah, that sounds.
Regarding your books today, anyway. Sorry.
Oh no, go ahead. No, that sounds actually amazing. That's all I was gonna say.
It's just incorporating more into it, isn't it? I mean, the game's progression at the minute. There's no set finish. You know, DJ wants to work on this game for as long as he can. As long as the game's making him the money to be able to live and pay for the game, then he's just going to keep developing it. So,
yeah. And I tell you what, one of the coolest things to do is to go watch him build the game. Yeah. And I mean, he's amazing at how quickly he does things.
Yeah, the amount of updates is insane. I mean, at the moment, DJ's in his stream, he's doing some bug fixes. He's playing with DOET bugs and things like that. In my stream at the minute, I'm updating the contextual help, pushing on that one. And
was that the one that I bitched about?
It's one I need to finish it. I got A through P done not too long back. I'm just updating the initial scenario, you know, when you join the world, trying to explain why you're on a planet with DOET with central power hub.
You should go. I'm gonna make a highlight of the video from last night where somebody asked me to give a rundown of the game.
Okay.
Was really fucking funny because I started out with, you see, the beginning of time there was an explosion, and then just went on this fucking like 2-minute rant of, and then the monkeys finally came out of the trees, and then somebody had a club, and the club became fire, and then fire became science, and then science became technology, and we used technology to get to the moon, and just rattling off just complete nonsense. She's like, how does the game start? And then the meteor smashed into your ship, and now you're fucked. And now we're all stuck here.
Yeah. That's okay. A fun fact for you. Do you know where the game's based?
I do not.
Okay. Now, due to things like publishing and that, DJ has had to set a location for the game.
Okay. Well, let's see. We've got 2 moons that I can visually see.
Oh, there is only supposed to be one.
Is there? Because there's a small red one right next to the first one.
That's probably a bit there. There's been a nice update actually. When you get the current versions on the Bleeding Edge, Bleeding to the better. We've got proper god rays now. You've got sunny days. You've got nighttime. The fog's all been adjusted. The idea behind the fog in game is when you load in
No, I know about the fog. Like, were you there when I was bitching to DJ about that? I was like, can you at least give me a checkbox to turn the fog off? And he was like, no, I'm not going to give you a checkbox. And I was like, and we went on this kind of back and forth for, I don't know, about a half hour or so about the fog and him explaining the importance of the fog and, being able to show an endless world and so on and so forth. And at the very end of it, I was like, yeah, but can you just give me a checkbox? And it was like, yeah, I guess I could do that.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Well, now he's like incorporated the fog acts more like a donut and it's all transparent on top, so you can actually see the sky. It's not as grim.
Oh, he did manage to make that work.
Yeah. Just give me a second. DJ's just getting off. Just want to say bye-bye. I need 2 seconds.
Okay. Yes, Charles, there is in fact a daytime in this game. I realize that it can be a bit dark, but I assure you there is definitely a daytime in this game. All right, so what we need to find right now is a nice big chunk of titanium, right? Ooh. Why, hello, titanium. How are you? You are way closer than I was expecting. Like, fucking way closer than I was expecting. I was expecting to have to, like, go, like, halfway across the moon to find this titanium, and I don't. Thank you, pingers. And what do you know? And that looks juicy. Oh, hi there, big guy. How big are you? 500K. Okay. Is there another good-sized chunk around? Well, there's a pretty good. Wow, what the fuck? He's fucking huge. That's not bad right there. For right now, I just want something to steal from. So, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna steal from this one over here because I need it, and I need it right now, and therefore I have to super dig it. Can you super dig it? You know what? That would actually make a fucking amazing, like, t-shirt. Can you super dig it? And it's just like an image of the gun. You know? I don't know. Daytime is more like nighttime on Earth. It's still dark, but not pitch. You guys hear that? By the way, that's what the sound of a hive growing. It's like the creepiest fucking noise on the planet, in my opinion. No, the solars don't work during the nighttime. Don't work during the nighttime at all. So, shit out of luck on that one. They're only really good as a power buffer for the day. If you have like a lot of batteries, you can charge them in the sun during the day, and then use that saved energy to discharge at night. But it's not the best. It's not perfect. Doesn't work 100% of the time, but it does okay. Damn it, I've done it again. You know what? This is what I get. This is what I get. I turned my head for 2 fucking seconds. Alright. That's okay. We're not gonna die here. Do you see how that one looked like it was off? And then the moment I tried to pull power from it, it just like... Oh, no, I was just resting my eyes. I was just resting my eyes. I am going to be interested to get back on Bleeding Edge. And I'm definitely interested about Unity 5. Fucking god damn it, Devin. I think that's racist. Is there such a thing as like regionalists or loyalists? Because that's what that is. That's what that behavior kind of landmarks there. Okay, so I want to remember which one of these blocks I actually want to tear out next time. Okay, so it's this guy here. I wanna pull this set of blocks out. Because if I do, I should be able to, hypothetically speaking, just fall all the way to the bottom right here. Hopefully without dying. We're gonna test it slowly once, but if it works, then we're good. Okay. And we'd also like I missed a couple of blocks there. Hold on. So we gotta drop back down there and fill those holes. Filling holes. 'Cause I don't like that crap. I think I went too far. I did. Okay,
Hello.
I actually. Hello.
Yeah, so, and I've actually told you that where is the game based? Did we have any guesses?
No, we didn't have. There were some guesses.
Okay. Let's have a look at these just before I go back to the help files.
The primary guess was it's clearly based in England because of the weather.
Well, you'd be right. Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's based in London.
Oh wow! Wait a minute. So I'm not really sure what the. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
In an alternate dimension. How about that?
In an alternate dimension. That makes that all the more confusing and less confusing at the same time.
It had to be based somewhere. Let's just put it that way. For publishing, so it had to be based somewhere. Oh.
Well, you know what? That'll do. It's very Whovian.
It's an answer. It's having an answer. That's the main thing, is actually having a location. Obviously, it's not mentioned in game because it's not relevant at all.
Well, I mean, it's not relevant now, but I mean,
it could be incorporated somewhere, maybe. But...
You know, I mean, you could always like stick a hidden Big Ben like 300 feet below the, you know.
Yeah, in fact, hang on. Let me just tell Trank, who's in TeamSpeak that I've paused, that we're chatting in Discord, because then he can come join us here.
Okay.
Rather than leaving him hanging out on his own. Hey, Skyfire, thanks for the follow. Okay, what am I doing? Hey, Trank, do you want to chat in Discord? That's where we're chatting. Okay, cool. Done. Sweet. I quite like Discord for this. It's quite handy.
It is indeed.
We seem to be getting quite a nice bit rate now as well, because there's about 220 people on the channel. So you get a better bit rate depending upon how many people, exactly 220. You get a better bit rate depending upon how many people on the channel. It's quite nice.
Wait, we have 220 people in this channel?
In the Discord, yeah. It doesn't show on the offline, but 220 total including the offline guys.
Oh wow. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's pretty cool.
220 people in the voice chat. Don't worry.
I was gonna say, I was like, apparently,
no.
apparently, the American education system has failed me, and I do not know how to count.
Oh no! In the voice channel, there's me, you, Trank, and Naus. Naus is there.
Yes, sir.
There he is. He's sneaking in, lurking in the corner.
Trying to find my push to talk so I can't hear me typing.
I can't hear you typing anyway. You can probably hear my mouse clicks.
Yeah, you're gonna hear. Oh my God, Dork Cow! Holy crap! Welcome to the channel. Where the fuck have you been? That guy like disappeared.
Undos.
I was pretty sure he got hit by a bus.
Hmm.
We were taking bets on what kind of bus it was.
Oh.
Wow.
Undos has said on my channel, do you think it's intended you have 10 sides to get stuff in a hopper by belts? No, it is not intended behavior, but yes, it does work.
what was the question again?
Think of a hopper. How many sides has it got?
6.
Yeah, you can put items in from 10 different directions.
Yep. No.
I'll let you think about that for a while, and then ask me in a minute why, if you haven't figured it out.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you pull that off?
Think of the 4 sides that you would put into a hopper.
Well,
I honestly thought that
obviously,
was harder.
like I'm thinking, the only available other face really would be the diagonal corners, right?
Well, okay. Well, there's still 6 sides, but there's 10 possible ways you can put items in. Imagine your 4 sides, not your top and your bottom. Your top and bottom is your top and bottom. Yeah, that's as it is.
Listen to me. I'm not a magician, but this sounds like something that really needs to be implemented in porn. Because if we can fit 6 dicks in 4 holes, I mean, shit. I'm watching the wrong kind of stuff.
I'm sorry, but I think that kind of porn already exists.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen a whole lot of quantum mechanics porn. Because there's some wormholes going on with this shit.
Okay, I need to take a quick AFK. I'm going to be 2 minutes, so I'm going to say to the wife. She's just coming from work. Whilst I'm away, just see if you can come up with an answer. See if you can figure out how it works. How we get 10 sets of conveyors
I
feeding
already
into one
know
hopper.
the answer.
I know you do.
And I thought it was a feature, not a bug.
Yeah, but don't tell anyone. And it's not diagonals, okay? I'll be right back. Have a think.
It's actually quite handy because it let me put more ores into my smelters than they want me to, apparently.
Hi, Solar Mom. Mrs. Milkshake, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. It's good to see you. Dork says, had a long weekend. Fair enough. Fair enough. Hangover still kicking your ass?
Did you know that Miss Milkshake brings all her boys to the yard?
Apparently she'd have to charge. There we go, Umdas. Sorry about that, Umdas. By the way, I still love that name. How are we going to solve this problem? DOS? That's just the way I read that every single time. DOS? Can't delete this file. DOS?
So how is Great Mode held today?
It's actually less hellish today than it was yesterday. Because I've actually gotten to ore smelters, and I built 2 of them. But I can't power the second one.
Damn. At least progress.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I've got one right now, down there, chewing up nickel. Right? No problem. But I don't have enough power to power the other one.
Oh, you had them built down in the cabins?
Yeah, of
or
course.
Down below? Yeah, okay.
I mean, this is Greg mode. You can't... What am I going to do? Fucking go down there and bring up 300,000 ore to make the transport pipes?
Yeah. I think you guys are going to be extremely happy when you get to minecarts.
Dork, I don't think being off Greg mode's going to fucking help me. Or help my demeanor in this game, to be honest. I'm not sure. Like yesterday I hated Greg mode. Today I'm still very displeased with Greg mode. But I'm having trouble whether I want to actually change off of Greg mode at this point. Because I've already invested so damn much in it. But I'll give you the nice thing. We're like bugged somehow on my server, and we have no attacks. So we're never going to get attacked, like ever. Don't know why, just never going to happen. And I'm actually okay with this. Because it means I can just play Greg mode all I want and not have to ever worry about it.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about turrets and all that stuff.
Yep.
You might actually be the first people to actually complete Greg mode.
Well, there have to be other people that have completed Greg mode.
I don't think so.
Really? Well, that explains a lot. No wonder everybody else got fed up with it and said, fuck this. Now that you've said that, now I can't quit. God damn it. I wanted to quit too. Alright, so we're going for a world's first here. Complete Greg mode. You're a bastard.
Well, you're definitely the first ones to like have it dedicated so the Greg mode on the mainline build. So either way, that's the title.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Hey, hey. Well, that was nice of me. I left my stream watching your stream buffering. I need to refresh yours.
Oh yeah.
My milkshake brings all the positive you have, and I like it's better than yours.
You know what, Dev? We do actually have time. Yo, what's up, Hall? How are you today? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Oh, okay, Solar Mom. Well, thank you for stopping in. I always love it when you drop by. You're such a sweetheart. You like coffee flavor? It's the abbreviation of my name and location. Ah. I still think it's funnier as MDOS. Because I can think of like several different jokes that go with that. You know, like what does a 1970s geek have for lunch? DOS. You know the best thing about cheesy jokes? They're delicious.
That's so bad.
Isn't it? It's so bad it's good though. It's so terrible that it's good.
Did you
Tara Cash, thank you for the follow. What's up?
Did you figure out the 10 sides?
No, I didn't. But I figured we're gonna have to use two hands.
Yeah, probably. Okay, the four sides of the conveyor, the four sides of the hopper that you feed into, yeah?
Yep.
If you place a conveyor facing one of those four sides, just a block above, it will drop into the conveyor, into the hopper.
What?
Yeah, it's not intended, but it happens.
But that should have been intended because hoppers, you drop stuff into them. That's how hoppers work.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like a normal hopper, does it? If you look at the hopper, it's got a tiny roll shutter door on each four sides.
I just thought it would be a feature because the graphic of the hopper kind of indicates that you like shove stuff into the top of it.
Yeah. So you can actually go 4 tall above a hopper, and it'll still
only one tall, but there's
no,
4 sides to that one block.
Yeah, if it worked like that as a general mechanic, then the game would be screwed because you have conveyors dropping off everywhere. But in this instance, with the hoppers, it works. Go figure.
We can now kill mobs on Bleeding Edge again. Woohoo!
Oh, can we? Okay, I'll update that build while I'm here.
Miss Milkshake, I am in the FortressCraft Discord. We have got Horrid Konica, we have Nas, and we have Terrakesh in here, Trank, and I think that's all that's actually in here that I know are active.
Yeah, we're in the Discord chat.
Indeed. Mr. Worm, why did the 8-bit chicken cross the road? I don't know, Kale. Why did the 8-bit chicken cross the road? Oh god, now we're doing terrible jokes and puns. Nice.
We just need to make them do it on donations only. Ban them from the chat if they don't do it on donation. Then you're
that's a great idea.
You probably also have no friends.
Kale Frogger was still in development. Oh god. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. FC round is the formula for F equals FC. Round is the formula for fatness. I tell you what, this game's causing me to gain even more weight. Except for the anxiety and the insomnia that I'm suffering from playing this game. There's actually quite a bit of that. I don't know if you guys have been like keeping up with how many hours a day I've been playing this game.
I've noticed you're on quite often. I see your tweets. I keep track with Twitter, which is a great way to track any streamer. But you keep yours updated, which is nice. I can always tell when you're online by that.
Actually, that does it for me automatically.
I had an inkling.
Yeah, I'm the way. Okay, so I went and did the math the other day for since I started this stream, and this stream's been going about 3 months. How many hours per day I've put in the stream, and I average about 12.2 per day. So that doesn't even include days off at all, and I take several days off. So it means I'm realistically averaging about 13 hours a day live streaming.
Wow.
That's about the same amount I sleep.
Yeah. I think I average about, what, 6 hours maybe. That's good going. It's nice. I'm thinking of maybe opening a 24/7 FortressCraft Twitch stream and just bounce it around hosts.
Yeah.
Because there's always the time scales. There always seems to be someone on.
There really is. Well, no, that's not actually true.
I'd say after the Western Seaboard go to bed.
Well,
maybe
I
it's quiet
have
then.
nobody who I can ditch to almost every single time I end my stream. Because
What
I
time do
usually...
you stop?
Well, see, that's the thing. It's like the last 4 days I've been starting... excuse me. Besides today, the last 4 days I was starting around 1 o'clock in the morning my time. Or somewhere between
yeah.
10, 11, p.m. And I was ending around noon. Which worked out very well because right around 4 a.m., 5 a.m. my time is when Arcus would come on. And then if I felt like getting off early, I could just push over to him. There's my handshake. How's the server running? Guide I read says it never needs restart. Dork, the server's running like pretty good. I mean, multiplayer still has bugs in it, but the server itself doing fine, no problem.
It's very, very stable server itself.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, and if you need help setting up dedicated server, at least for the world, I think you can find a lot of help in Discord as well.
I did. Actually, that's where I got it. I went up and started going through the Discord forums, and it had a link to the Steam forum that had a guide on how to set it up. But luckily for me, I didn't have to do any of that because I don't run the server. My actual friend Dork runs the server, so I just copied and pasted the files over to him and just said, "Here, go do this." And he was like, "Okay."
He's your friend, and you call him a dog. What is that?
That's his name actually. His online handle's name is Dork Cow. How much more successful do you think Frogger would have been if it was called Chicken and there was a chicken instead? I don't know if it would have been more or less successful. I think Frogger's kind of iconic nowadays, though.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Binary and HL, by the way. I didn't thank you, and I apologize.
Miss Milkshake says, I've never played FortressCraft Online. Then you're missing out. You're missing out. It's definitely new and interesting. But the servers by themselves default naturally to Greg mode, so if you enjoy, pain and suffering, like if you're just like a true dyed-in-the-wool masochist who has nothing but time on her hands, or his hands, for that matter, or its hand if you sexually identify as an Apache attack helicopter, then FortressCraft is perfect for you.
I think it's balanced mostly around having people on it 24/7.
Yeah.
So when you go off, you hand it over to somebody else who starts doing stuff, kind of thing.
Yeah, which I don't have. I'm pretty much like, even though Mick was here earlier, I actually had to hang up with Mick that way I could talk to you guys and ask some questions. And I think Mick took off because he doesn't know how to play the game, and he just bought the game, and he gets easily confused and frustrated, and then just kind of
Rage quit.
not rage quit. He probably just wanted to go play some H1Z1 instead because he was fucking bored, and I wasn't giving him any jobs to do. He's a good assistant.
The game brings out so many trust issues at that level. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, just pure psychological warfare happens between, cooperative way. It's insane.
Where's the battery? Who took the goddamn battery?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Who the fuck flipped this conveyor?
We
Is that intentional?
was that supposed to be like, who did this? Answer me! Very, very, you end up with like a political war going on inside your FortressCraft server.
Just start firing missiles at each other. Shame you can't do that.
I'm quite glad you can't do that because I'm fairly certain that everybody would have killed me by now. I'd just be trying to like play, and they'd just be wrecking stuff and blowing stuff up. Particularly Tithida. Oh yeah, he definitely would be launching missiles all over the base for fun.
I need to pull my finger up and start concentrating on this help now. I've been here just gradually looking at it, adding a word occasionally. Okay. I've changed some of the introductory text. It now says, "Welcome to FortressCraft Feb. You've just escaped the orbital station on a damaged escape shuttle. It didn't survive re-entry, but look where you managed to eject safely alongside your ship's central power hub." It sort of explains why that's there.
How the
Was
fuck did that fit inside the ship? I'm sorry, but
you managed to eject safely alongside your magical ship's power hub.
Honestly, I think the not animation, the graphic for the like kind of emergency escape pod is a bit big compared to the size of the ship. Either that or just scale up the ship and make it like way bigger.
Or prior to you playing the game, there was the main build before that. The central power hub was actually like a 1x1 block. It was a few small multi blocks.
I've seen it.
It's only recently become bigger. You see it in all like the old tutorial videos, don't you? In all the old YouTube videos. So we're getting there.
Miss Milkshake, I totally agree. It's actually one of the reasons I got sucked into this game in the first place. I was watching Tango Tech, who is kind of a Minecraft player that I watch on occasion. He's a redstoner like myself. That doesn't sound good saying the word redstoner, does it? No. Anybody who doesn't know what redstone is might just go, okay, so he smokes red rocks and gets high off of it? No. No, there's no narcotics here.
For the most part, I think it's safe to say that most people probably come from some sort of modded Minecraft background here. It's
Probably.
just that sort of demographic,
Probably.
isn't it?
But it only takes one mistake. It only takes one, right? So, you know, we're kind of if you're coming to FortressCraft, you're kind of an engineering geek. You know, that's generally how most of us are. We love programmers, electrical engineers, mechanical engineers, that kind of thing. We like to see how things tick. We like to take things apart. We get yelled at by our mom when we're 9 because we've all dismantled a television or two and couldn't put it back together correctly. I swear to God, there were more screws when I started. Oh, never mind, it's inside the tube. That kind of thing, you know.
Yeah, that exact thing happened to me when I was 6.
So
it's supposed to look like this.
Mom, why doesn't the toaster work? Honey, the toaster exploded yesterday. I didn't do it. Yes, you did, you lying little bastard. Now come over here. Here's the belt. So, I'm a redstoner. I watch Tango Tech. Tango Tech mentioned DJ Ericus's name in one of his YouTube videos. Real quick, real short. And I continued to watch his FortressCraft series for, I don't know, about another 2 weeks or so. And about 2 weeks later, I went, you know what? I wonder. I mean, we're a streamer. We're not very popular, but we're getting there. Okay, we're getting there. Much love, everybody, for everybody who's here, by the way. Love you guys. Showing the support, showing the love. And I said, I wonder if I can go beg DJ Ericus for a key. So I showed up at DJ Ericus's channel, and I sat around for about a week, watching his channel whenever I could, and making sure to comment and kind of try to be active. Not very active. I was mainly just lurking. And then after about a week, I went, DJ Ericus, do you have like a program for streamers to, you know, get some keys for like, you know, advertisement for your game on like my YouTube or so on and so forth? And he took one look at the sentence and went, what the hell do you mean? Seriously, what the hell do you mean? And somebody in channel went, he's a streamer, he wants a game key. And I went, yes, that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing. That thing.
No bullshit here, right?
No bullshit here, right? Well, I mean, technically, you know, this is how I'm paying for the fact that he did give me a key. And he very snidely goes, oh, you want a key, do you? Hold on a second. Hold on, everybody. Let's hold the phone. And he pulled up my channel. And he was like, My channel, when it's offline, is a big picture of me sitting there like this. And
Yeah, I remember this.
And he just takes a look at it and he goes, smile. And then starts to scroll down. And I was like, I should have smiled in the photo, but I kind of look stupid when I smile, so I was like, fuck it.
It's quite a nice mugshot.
So he scrolls down, he sees how many followers I have, and he goes, oh, you're actually legit. Okay, no problem. Absolutely. Yes, you can very much have a key. And he gave me a key. And that was really, really cool. But the change from let's go make fun of this douchebag publicly to, oh shit, he's actually legit, hold on, was hilarious to me. Was absolutely hilarious. And then afterwards he turned around and he went, listen to me, you don't understand how many times I get asked for a key. And it's always by some 10-year-old kid who says he's a streamer. He's only got 4 followers, and those 4 followers are his 4 cousins. And I was like, makes perfect fucking sense. Absolutely. It's awkward. It's like, it's better you didn't smile. I would have been very creeped out. I'm actually creeped out every single time I see that photo anyway. I am. Hold on. What did I miss? It's all about the bluestone worm? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Pure Assassin, by the way, this is FortressCraft, man. This is FortressCraft, just in case you're curious. My mom flipped when she came home and I'd taken the VCR apart. Worm actually did that. It was a radio, not a TV, and yes, that actually happened. Indeed it did. I suffer from the same problem. But I'm in YouTube. I don't really comment, neither sub people. YouTube does a bad job making people subscribe to be active, in my opinion. You know, Milkshake, I watch YouTube every day, and I only ever really watch... I only subscribe to kind of a small... Worm's pedo smile is the best. Thanks, Stork. Bought the game last night, playing it since, not Greg mode, but scarce and slow settings. You know what? I've already just done a walkthrough. So if you wanted to check out the walkthrough, because you're going to run into problems, as everybody does. And the nice thing is this game has such a very, very good support group for it. Okay, so if you have any problems with the game, any problems at all, you can actually just go straight to DJ Arcus. Don't do it, but you can. I don't recommend doing it because you're going to get scolded for something. I don't know what he's going to scold you for, but it's going to be for something. Okay? Because he always does that. He will scold you. He will call you lazy, he will call you an idiot, and then he'll fix whatever you need. Or he'll just give you the information. But they have a great support network here. Okay? You can just come into the Discord anytime you want, ask a question. There's plenty of people here to help you. You know, good guys like Horrid and everyone else. I was gonna say Nas, but I was like, Nas has never actually helped me with anything, so I don't actually know if he's a developer also. You know? But... everybody here is super, super, super helpful. Speaking of which, I just remembered, what's the official wiki for this? Can we just start throwing things in the wiki?
Do we have a wiki?
Well, of course you guys have a wiki. But the quote-unquote, as far as I can tell, for FortressCraft, is on some weird GameSpot website, right?
I have no idea. I only started playing 2 weeks ago.
So if I do official FortressCraft wiki, it comes up on Gamepedia.com, right? Which, by the way, is a kind of a shit slow website, and everything's out of date, but it's got potential. Got potential. The only problem is, in my opinion, a wiki's borderline worthless with the amount of updates the DJ makes. You would literally need.
For me to update it every 2 weeks.
No, you'd need to update the fucking wiki by like the hour.
Oh, that's only on Leading Edge.
Technically true, but everything that, like most things that go in Bleeding Edge are going to end up in mainline. Might as well just upgrade, you know, implement them ahead of time, or I mean, you'd have to have a guy who like sits there with the patch notes and then makes all the changes to the wiki.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, that would be pretty much a dedicated job to keep the wiki up to date.
But it's a good idea, yeah.
Yep. Yep. I think what we should do is,
Well, I wonder who is running the Wikipedia site.
well, I mean, it's a Wikipedia site, so it's
Isn't
generated.
there always like head admins and stuff that checks out stuff, or is it just, I don't know how wiki works, but there must be someone who controls that the data they put on is actually correct, so people don't just write, you built this by creating dick, and then you put that together with another dick, and then you have this item.
That's actually how it works.
Oh.
Yeah. So the way it works is it's usually done by votes, right? Somebody will post an informative page, and then it's either thumbs up or thumbs down on it to see what actually gets solidified and approved.
By the way, this website sucks ass. Absolutely, I can't see half of what's going on here.
Yeah, I totally agree.
The menu is stuck below the.
It's
below the,
it's
icon.
not well designed. I agree. But this is what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about. You know, potential.
Yeah. I get it.
It is an untapped resource that, as FortressCraft begins to gain popularity, is going to need a shit ton more effort. Because there's going to be questions, and God knows we don't want to go to Direwolf every single time we need a tutorial done.
Nah, I see what you mean. wonder
Besides,
if-
I want to do those tutorials.
Oh yeah, we give a lot of viewers, but I wonder if we can get access to just messing about with the design of the website.
That's a
Because-
fantastic question. I would ask Cord. He probably knows. And if he doesn't know, then he'll ask DJ. If DJ's not like fucking sleeping right now. He's probably sleeping right now. What time is it in England right now? It's about midnight, right?
It's about midnight, quarter to midnight.
Yeah, DJ's gone to bed.
He's an hour
Gamepedia is their
behind me.
own game wiki. It's not an official wiki. It's a lot like BitTech having their own wiki and PC Parts. They have their own people doing that wiki. It has nothing to do with official entries. Okay, so somebody at Gamepedia put together a wiki for FortressCraft and it sucks, and we can't fucking do anything about it. Well, what's the point of it being called a wiki then? A wiki is supposed to be something that is user-generated. It's like using the word open source and then selling fucking Windows 10. You know what I'm saying? Although technically, I guess, bits of Windows 10 are open source. That was a horrible analogy. I apologize to all the programmers that had to hear that one.
I have no idea.
DJ have to host the wiki on his page. Don't use the fucking Wikipedia, Gamepedia, or something like that. I totally agree, Spree. I totally agree. The FortressCraft website fucking sucks ass. It needs...
It looks amazing, but it's way too outdated.
When's the last time it was updated?
2012. So
Before puberty, for me. That's how old it is.
at least that's what I can see on the website. Is it was updated in 2012.
Did you say 2012? I thought you said 2003.
Oh no.
It's good. I was about to, I was like,
I doubt
was
this
like,
game
is he joking? Is he joking? Because I know the
doubt
game's a
game
couple
is,
years
13
old.
years old.
Oh,
But yeah, the
wow, dork.
we can all
Going
agree
with that
the
joke,
game,
huh?
Yeah,
By the way,
one
I'm coming
is
for you. I
absolutely
didn't
horrible.
respond to you. Thank you, I guess. Is that like a body cavity search, TZA, or was that supposed to be just the booty? Are you all about the booty? Question mark. I'm not really sure what you're getting at there. I'm more of a tits guy myself. You know, that's why I like to fondle my own breasts before I touch myself at night. You know, because they're nice and warm. You know, I shave them down, just get all the extra hair off of them before. You know,
Oh,
that
it
way they're more
actually-
like real breasts.
Actually says on the FortressCraft wiki, the official FortressCraft wiki as they call it, that it's owned and hosted by Curse.com and has no affiliation with Project the Games. So how can it be the official one if it's not even affiliated with the guys who are creating the game, is my question.
That sounds like a joke, actually. I mean, that sounds
Sounds
like a paradox. You know, we're not affiliated with them, but this is the official thing for them.
Yeah.
What?
I
You know what, Dev? You just ought to offer your fucking services and be like, hey, look, man, you pay me a lot of money and I'll fucking fix all that shit for you. My brother's a web developer. Although I'm sure he probably has plenty of people who would do it for him for free. Actually, Dork, when I squeeze my nipples, it's the sound of the coin chest when Mario hits it with his fist.
Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Makes the same noise. That's fucking... Well. Actually, what it sounds like is when you step on a banana that's been dropped on the floor. It's more like a squelching noise.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Fantastic timing, Horde.
What have I just come into?
Nothing. Just save me from myself, please.
We're talking about Mario hitting a box with coins and
They were talking about my man breasts
Oh,
and the noises they make. And everybody's...
the official Wikipedia of FortressCraft.
And the official
exists.
Wikipedia, yeah. Which
But
apparently
it's not
exists,
affiliated.
but is not actually official. So,
I know that there's a Curse Run page, isn't there? But that's sort of like going by Curse. Todd's, I think Todd's in my chat. Maybe he knows. Todd, do you know anything about the official wiki? Do you know who's actually managing that? Just have you got anything to do with that after doing the websites? Maybe.
It says that it is owned by Curse.com and it is not affiliated with Project the Games at all.
I did notice that. I didn't realise you were in the voice chat. Then that's quite useful.
I'm not
Yeah.
Todd though.
You're not. Is that?
Just
Oh,
Frank?
That's Frank. What have you done to your voice?
Nothing. Is my voice different? What?
No, you sounded different. Yeah, I've seen the Curse one. Let's just say it's FortressCraft Wikipedia.
oh, I found several of them actually, which is really interesting.
So many wannabes.
It looks like someone at some point went over to Gamepedia and actually put one together. It's not great, but it's outdated as fuck, but it's there.
Oh,
I don't know if
there's
you
one
guys
that's
have...
called...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, it's just nothing interesting.
I'm just going to disconnect for about 2 seconds. Just need to unplug an Ethernet cable, put one back in.
So I did this earlier today where I accidentally shot my fucking harpoon straight up. And if you wait long enough...
Hey Zengraph, no worries at all. Thank you very much.
What's that?
I think it was the history.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't talking to you. I'm fed up with you.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Damn.
If you wait long enough, it'll actually come back down.
Yes, it will.
Which is hilarious to me. Because I was over by my comper earlier today, and I'd fired the damn thing up into the air. Didn't think anything of it, and then probably like 10 seconds later, because you see how long it takes to arc down. About 10 seconds later, I'm sitting there, and I'm checking all my copper lines, I'm pulling the copper out, I'm adding coal, and I hear it coming down, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where is that coming from? I'm the only person in the server. I'm looking around. I'm getting all paranoid, and I see this fucking grapple hook just go like right by me out the little window that is this area. So I'm just like right here, and I just see it come down and land on the ground right in front of me. And I was like, that was actually really funny. I'm sorry people missed that. It's got a mind of its own.
I've actually been killed by a rogue grappling hook like that.
Okay.
That sounds funny. Like you accidentally like pulled yourself off a cliff somehow.
Well, I was playing Tarzan up in the sky on a floating island. And at one point I shot it and it didn't land on what I expected it to land on. So I fell to the ground and splat.
That would make it. That would make a fantastic Steam review.
That was completely acceptable, but it kept going, and it hit something, yanked me out of spawn, and killed me again.
So you fired it before you died, and then you respawned, and it just dragged you away.
Yeah, it kept going through death.
Wow.
The
hell is that noise?
Turn on push to talk.
Yeah, hey George, should we push talk on me? You go off background noise. Yeah, Wikipedia wise. We've got Wikipedia detailing FortressCraft, which is expected, yes. We've got a wikia.com. There's a Gamepedia.
Hall, hit the little mic mute button down at the bottom if you don't mind.
There you go. Easy.
Thank you.
Sorry, Hall, you can't listen. You've got anything to talk, just free push talk on, mate. Got anything to talk if you've got anything to say. Yeah, so we got 1, 2, 3. At least 3. Now, I'm not sure if Jcraft actually has the Earls for these. I think he may have bought them. He's had them for years, though, he reckons. Maybe we can kick one and back off, but it's confusing, isn't it? It's having, and none of them are up to date as far as I'm aware.
Somebody just posted something in my chat, if you're still in my chat, for you to see.
Yeah, somewhere. I'm here somewhere.
Is it 6 Impossible that posted it?
No, it was El Seeker.
I can't see him for some reason.
You know, would you just like me to type it in here? I can just paste it right here in the chat.
Oh yeah, go on. I've not reconnected to your chat.
There you go.
There we go. What have we got here?
Oh, he didn't link, he just posted it. Oh,
No,
okay.
no, I just posted it.
Oh, in Discord, is it? Oh, I see.
Yeah, I just threw it in Discord. I figured that was easiest.
It makes sense. It does make sense. It was me being retarded. Don't worry about it. Off website for the artist and wiki management for FortressCraft Evolved. Andy Rue, artist and wiki management for FortressCraft Evolved. Ah.
Thank you, Seeker. I don't know how old that is, though. I mean, the website itself hasn't been updated 2012, so I'm willing to bet the team has changed. I'm pretty sure
it
that...
looks about right.
I should got Adam Martin. I don't know Grovis. I'm sure Todd does. Andy Rue, I don't. And there's Todd on the bottom.
You're cutting out,
And
homie.
he wants to know why everybody keeps asking why the game's still in early access, even though it's not.
I
It's
know.
because it says it.
Yeah,
Right on the website.
he yells about that so many times. He's like right on the main page. Actually, Devin brought this up about a week ago, I think, where he went in there and asked about it, and Arcus exploded on him and said it's not fucking pre-alpha. I don't know why people keep saying it's pre-alpha. And Devin said because it says so on your website. And he goes, no, it doesn't. And he went right to the website and he goes,
Easy.
I told those fuckers to change that forever ago.
Yeah, an easy solution to that problem would be to have the FortressCraft.com link redirect to the Steam page instead, so that this website still exists in the background, but nobody will be able to find it.
Or just update the goddamn website.
Yeah, but that's money, and yeah, it's it takes 2 seconds to redirect the link, rather than it takes maybe two weeks to update the website.
Think it would take that long to update a website?
Yes,
I mean,
because
particularly
websites are absolutely fucking horrible to program. I'm sorry, but yeah.
That website's super simple. My brother could fucking have that done in 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's super simple. But what about?
I think it's actually part of the background, isn't it? It's part of the graphics, so a whole new spread needs to be made.
It's not so much that; it's just the fact that it looks different on every browser. That's the big problem with many websites, depending on how you make it.
I think I think Todd may be responsible for that. I think DJ said, but obviously responsibility. I'm saying that, but Todd's a paid part of this. He needs to be paid, and he's quite busy at the minute. I believe Patreon may be helping him out. I don't know. I'm speaking for him here, but I think he's hanging around somewhere. Maybe we'll get an answer.
I think Corin said as well that Todd was the one behind the website too. So yeah.
Yeah, so just blame Todd. Blame Todd. Sorry, Todd.
I think the only thing that really needs to be changed is the background image needs to be redone. And then you've got 5 or 6 images. No, those are all early access, which is obviously that's just a bar that's on top of all those images. So that's actually probably, and it looks, that may not even be embedded in the images themselves. That may actually just be one little bar that needs to be changed.
Sorry, Todd. Yeah, I'm getting your messages there, mate. I've seen them too. Todd's chat was derping. Unless you were chatting in DJ's chat still, maybe. We are getting your messages.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was chatting in DJ's chat.
How was he? Oh.
Spree says the website uses WordPress. It should be super easy.
How was it WordPress?
All right, Kale, you have a go on.
WordPress, Joomla, and all that stuff is not free.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
programs
Todd
aren't.
is going to update it at some point. Todd's awesome. I think they've also got a bit of name envy. I've always liked the name Todd.
I noticed that because you said the word Todd like 4 times in a row.
Just rolls off the tongue, Todd.
It's a little disturbing there, homie.
Sungraph, you said thanks for popping in. You said you guys have such a great in-game help system that you almost don't need a wiki. I haven't had the need to wiki to get this game on like most of the sandboxes out there. It's not a sandbox, but I'm not going to go into that. Between Dial's Let's Play and the in-game help, you've been fine. Okay, so your first impression of it was quite helpful because I know some people suffer. Yeah.
I mean,
I suffered.
I agree with
Cypherwolf, thank you for the host, man. Appreciate that, man.
Todd, I'm obviously assuming you are on Skype. Do you want to, if I send you a Skype request, and maybe talk about that a little bit later, because I'll be willing to spend some time on it.
But yeah, I agree. The help files in the game, even though they are quite outdated, but Horde is working on that now. But even though they were quite outdated, they led me in a direction where I could actually progress with the game. Whereas when I started playing Minecraft, the thing making a pickaxe that took me website visits, which pissed me off. Like, I just want to play the game. I don't want to leave the game to visit a website.
Oh, completely agree. Yeah, as far as like actually having to hit the internet for information, I would say this is considerably better than Minecraft. Because in Minecraft, every single thing you want to fucking build has a recipe, and that recipe is not shown for anything. So it's almost a requirement.
Yeah, it's actually quite funny, speaking of that, because on the Xbox, no problem. They have everything just like, you can just select it from menus, on Minecraft that is.
Yeah.
But why not have that on PC? No.
That's a fantastic question.
Say if
I think they just need to put NEI in Minecraft.
So if I can provide some help there, then I'll push on with that. What I'm doing right now is I'm looking at these help files. I'm going through the first few pages, and I'm worrying about the story, how that's going. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save what I've done. I'm going to ignore that file. I'm going to fix the actual machine tools, the machine help files, so that the relevant data is actually there. That's probably a good idea, because I spend forever trying to come up with filler for the story. I think that's a good idea. Did Zangraf get back to me? Sorry, let's check my Twitch chat, not my twat. I don't know.
Sorry about that. I'll get back to you. I had to check my twat. Wow. Wow.
Too much info.
TMI.
Things we do in this game.
Also, when I started out with this game, I was invited on to playing with a friend on Bleeding Edge when servers was a fairly new thing, and to me that was like, what am I gonna do now? Like, I was running around being afraid to touch stuff because playing with somebody else. I have no idea what I'm doing. So the best way to start out this game is probably
Single
in a
player.
world.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
totally agree.
Yeah.
In fact, my buddy Mick, when he came in here, my first thought was, Mick, you need to go play the single player first. Now, luckily for me, Charles, who's the other guy playing with me, he's an adamant follower. He has logged hundreds upon hundreds of hours in my stream, so he understands how everything works, as well as I do, which is not great, but so he's caught up. But Mick comes in, and my first thought was,
He's not going to have fun.
he's not going to enjoy this at all. He's not going to enjoy this one bit.
Oh God. Oh, never mind.
Exactly, Six. So let's get back to the whole. One of the nice things about this game is the crafting menu is simple. The dependencies are easy to understand. If you need something, once you learn how to use the kind of the research station, everything else kind of falls into place. Okay, I built my lab without any Google at all involved.
No Google?
I automated everything without ever having to go onto the internet. Okay, from making the stampers to actually producing pods to completing research. None of that did I need the internet for.
Which is good considering how much you bitched about the initial help not being up to scratch.
Well, now mind you,
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that in a good way. I'm just saying because you've picked up on the issues there, and you've still managed to do it, which is a good thing because it is possible. It just means we need to make that more slick. We need to make that more presentable.
that was actually what I was just about to spit out of my mouth. Was even though I was able to do it, it was incredibly. It was a little painful, like as far as the learning curve was concerned. Now, mind you, I enjoy that kind of shit, right? I'm a little, I love being a problem solver. I've been a technician, so God knows, going on 20 years now, and I enjoy taking things apart, finding diagnosing what's wrong, and then moving on from there. Somebody who's not as inclined in a troubleshooting mindset either would have gone to the internet, which is fine, nothing wrong with that, or would have quit, flat out rage quit, right? And I only brought up the point because for each person that rage quits, I got to think that's 3 other sales for the game, okay, that we could potentially lose for that person going out and telling 3 friends or bringing 3 friends or saying, hey, you guys need to check this game out. So anywhere where I can tweak just by giving feedback, where you guys can make more money, and this game can get bigger, because I fucking love this game and I want it to get bigger. Then obviously I'm not doing you any favors if I keep my mouth shut.
Oh, that's it. There's massive community driven. There's a massive community driven effort with this, which is great. Sorry, Todd. Are you in the Discord, Todd?
No, I totally agree there, Seeker. I enjoyed, like I said, I enjoyed figuring shit out. I don't like it when everything's handed to me on a silver platter.
So, just to point out who is talking at the moment. Currently, I'm here myself, Konica, Mr. Worm is talking. Who's explaining his take on it all now, and how much he's worth in the game. We have a few people in the Discord chat. Trank, Mouse, who else? We got HL. There's a few people here, a few people listening, not talking. Anyone who joins the Discord at this moment will be able to join this voice chat. Please don't spam a word of shite in the background if you do. But you can listen in, you can join the text chat. There's all sorts going on there. Discord is a great source of information for the game at the moment.
And it's free.
And it's free.
And it's free. Yeah, and you can run it from a web browser. You don't have to download anything if you don't want
you
to.
can run it on your phone if you want to. I'm always on it because I'm on it on the PC on my browser. I go out, I've got it on my phone, I'm answering people on my phone, I use it in work on my web browser. It's easy. The brilliant thing about it is it stores chat history. So you come, you hit the link, you join the Discord, and you're in then. Now, you're unverified at that point. All you need to do is, if you want to, hit the verify your account button. Just enter an email and a password, and then you'll log into that account each time. It will tune whatever channel you're in. You can log off for 2 weeks, come back, log in again, you'll be in the same channel, and you can view everything that's been said whilst you've been away. So say you've got a question regarding why is my ore smelter dipping like fuck? Well, you can then go to Discord and you'll see someone else has asked the same question a week ago and they've got a coherent answer there. It saves a lot of searching. Not a lot of searching, but there's a lot of answers there. There's some unofficial support for the multiplayer, there's mod support, there's a channel for mod support now. I know a lot of people have been asking about mod support, so I set a channel up there, so anyone interested in it has somewhere where they can convene together. What else we got? We got a server list channel. There's nothing in there at the moment, but it's there for anyone to post their own dedicated servers in. There's a minor bug section. There's a channel for you to go make suggestions in. There's a multiplayer help channel. There's a patch notes channel that I don't update anywhere near as much as I should. So generally just link to the Steam update patch notes, general chat, and any announcements tab on the front. The only downside to Discord is the invite link, I think. There's a public invite link which is floating around on the internet, which never expires. You can just click that whenever. You can save the link, give it to teammates, give it to all your bros. But for the most part, I think that's the main downfall. Is it's not just public access. So the reason you'll hear us touting the Discord so much is because it's the only way to invite people is to actually provide people with a link. Beyond that, it's awesome. It's quite new as well, Discord.
What is it, like half a year now?
Well, it's they had a booth for PAX, but I think a year ago, I didn't think it existed.
Oh yeah, another thing.
Maybe I totally missed it.
Fuck.
Another thing with Discord. Alright, go ahead, William.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. So I've just set up this nice little power line to come down here to only find out that the lithium vein is completely tapped out down here. So we're gonna have to tear all this up, and we're gonna have to go find another lithium vein somewhere else. That sucks. I know that I recently found a new lithium vein. I just can't remember where the hell it was. Oh, what do you know? There's another one right here.
I'm missing something here. All the research, all the contextual help is kept within a handbook folder within the game, but a lot of new items aren't here. They aren't in this folder, but they've been added. Where are they? Are they in the defaults?
What do you mean, the tier 4 items, or...?
Yeah, I think things like the Mark 4/5 induction aren't there. The files aren't there, but they are reading somewhere.
I can find them in the game, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they are in game. They're definitely in game. I'm just wondering where they're reading from, because the contextual help reads this folder, but they're not here.
Strange.
Okay, so we went to go find a lithium vein, and well, we found one. Definitely found one. Holy crap. Yeah. What's going to be really funny is when I find out that this... It's actually higher up than the other one is, too. This makes me happy. This makes me super happy. I'm giddy right now. We just found like a 2 million lithium vein. That's super awesome.
Yeah, I've got the root top, but the actual contextual help files. I know the research files are here. Maybe the contextual help's reading the research log. You can make it into terrain data? Because all the initial data is there. You know, all the initial XMLs per item. Yeah, I am getting the impression maybe he hasn't just inserted them into something major. I was under the impression that the contextual help just read the handbook directly then.
And we're out. We're going home. Alright. Now we have to move everything. Now, while we're doing it, let's drop some more torches. Oh,
Ooh,
hey, Cole. Okay,
Oh, there
that
we
makes
go.
this that makes this like this has just become like the perfect fucking lithium vein. Like I'm not even kidding. Like this is amazing because now I can just take that coal that's right there, and I can pump it up to the power source, and that's it. That's literally it. We're just golden now.
Good call, Todd.
Do you find it?
Yeah, they've been put somewhere a bit derpy. No, they're here, Todd. Some strange reason.
I know that's a fantastic question. Spree, somebody asked if the
No,
fixed minecarts are no.
sorry, I didn't read the question. I was just being cocky. Go on, what was the question? I was just being a twat.
That was
The fixed
that was
minecart
funny.
is live on Bleeding Edge, yeah. They should be at least.
I believe that they are. I believe that they are. Talk about immediate gratification. DJ spends about an hour tweaking kind of its sounds on Twitch, and here they are in game. Does any other dev work like this? I don't think so. I mean, there's got to be somebody out there. It's not like DJ's fucking special, right? Hint, hint, wink, wink. Nobody. Okay. It's really funny too, because whenever he's doing dev work, he's always like, I don't under fucking stand. I love how he says that. How it takes people so goddamn long to do this stuff, because he does it in seconds, and I totally agree with him.
Well,
Does it in seconds.
Going into the Unity 5 port, he allocated himself 2 weeks, and he was worried about the timescale. It took him about 5 hours to port to Unity 5. I don't even think it took him but 5 hours.
I was like expecting Bleeding Edge to be down for the next 2 weeks, and then it's like, oh,
Yeah, so was I. I was like, well, I guess it's a good thing we're not running it, because, everybody's going, well, it's gonna be down forever, and blah 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 blah, and next thing you know, it's like, oh no, we're done. What? You're done.
Yeah, that's hard. Why is that? You think it's just overlay the avoid, doesn't it? Just want to bring that UI layer up. I'm not on a particularly low resolution either. I'm fairly standard.
but to be fair, there's quite a few things on Bleeding Edge. Like, at least for what I saw, I've only been on it for like 3 days now, but yesterday we couldn't kill mobs.
Yeah. Okay, so 300% and 1600% for Mark 2. Mark 3, yeah.
Spider bot's legs a bit broken, but like it's minor things, and yet there's people asking if the guys who was on the Patreon got to see a much better game than the people who were just on mainline, and the answer is it's pretty much the same game. We just see a few updates just before you do, but we also get to see the broken part of those updates, which you guys will not get to see.
Oh yeah, honestly, the Bleeding Edge is cool if you're into seeing all the updates, but the Bleeding Edge isn't weeks ahead of you. It's say a week,
Yeah.
maybe 10 days if something's really broke. But every time you log into Bleeding Edge world, you have to back up your world every time, and you'll get to play with part-finished things that don't even really work as well as they should. The Bleeding Edge is purely a test platform, so that when it does go to mainline, it works as it should for you. But by all means, if you want to join the Bleeding Edge, it's the password for the current build is on the Patreon. I think on Monday he said he's going to throw the current Bleeding Edge build into the beta tab and leave that public, because it has been quite well behaved.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark 2.
Unless you break it completely this weekend.
Yeah. Why is there a forced induction 1?
Okay, Dev, that's very important for me to know. Thank you for the update.
It was that. Just like to know, I'm not a dev. I'm not a full game dev at all. I'm just chipping in, doing a bit. And the main issue DJ has is time. Time and money. he had more money, he could hire more developers, more programmers, or even the programming side of life isn't really struggling. It's things like artists, like Todd, who's in my chat at the minute. Todd does a great deal of graphical work, but still needs to be paid for it. That's the life, baby. You need money to survive. No one likes to work for free.
Well, let's be
Agreed.
honest, you can't work for free because then it's not work.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do.
Okay, so that's going to be 200.
But
800.
according to Twitch, I'm actually not popular enough to be considered a partner. Therefore, I am not, in their eyes, a content creator.
Nah. Yeah, that doesn't really. Yeah.
No.
That's not true. What it is you're not a partner because when it comes to Twitch statistics, you are not a content creator in the eyes of them when they compare you to someone who is a megastar.
Right.
You still are. There's no doubts about it at all.
But apparently my efforts aren't good enough to get me paid in Twitch's eyes, which is really my problem because I've created over 1,000 hours of content in the last 3 months, which I am not being paid for.
It's a grind, isn't it? Like, how many followers have you got at the moment?
About 1,300.
1,300? No, that's not bad.
It's okay.
That's 1,300 people have said, "Oh, I quite enjoyed watching Mr. Worm."
Yeah. I'm very pleased about that. You know, that part has never bothered me. It's just the not getting a paycheck bothers me. You know, for the effort.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
I think that's kind of rubbish, personally.
Okay.
Because you now need 500 viewers.
Concurrent viewers, yeah.
Concurrent
Seriously?
viewers, yes.
So they've 5 doubled it since last year.
Yes. Actually, it's more than doubled. The last time it was
Yeah,
50 concurrent
what I meant,
viewers.
5 times.
Yeah.
Todd, do you have to my Twitch channel, Mr. Worms? I'm assuming you're not after mine because you're in mine. Mr. Worms is twitch.tv/Mr. Worm 1. I'll post it in there.
Oh, I'm
I've got
sorry.
a
I'm
question.
sorry that you're sick, country. Well, you didn't tell me you were sick. I would have made you some squirrel soup or something. You probably would have really enjoyed that.
Oh, Worm, could you post the Discord link into your chat? Someone's asking there, LC7.
Absolutely. Give me just a moment here.
I posted the most recent one in the general chat at Twitch. Oh, no, I haven't. Ignore that entirely. On the Discord now, anyone who's in there, if you look at the announcements channel, the latest post is a invite link to the Discord.
I think
You know, I still I'm really bad at this. How do I get the link again?
If you go on to, I've cut all the invite out. If you go into the announcements text channel, I've posted the link at the bottom of the page there.
Got it.
Oh yeah, there's another thing I forgot to mention about Bleeding Edge. We had Spiderbot destroy blocks yesterday.
Oh god, Spiderbot walked my base.
Mega Heavy Biscuit, welcome. Good to see you again. Sorry guys, give me just like 2 seconds here if you don't mind. I'll
Yeah,
just
of
take
course,
over.
of
I gotta
course.
just respond to chat. For each transaction you made, they need someone to overwatch it. They only care for the big streamer, what I can understand from a corporate standpoint. Oh, see, here's the thing, okay? Based on that thought process, every single time that somebody comes to my channel, they have to watch a commercial, which they get revenue for. But like YouTube, for instance, does the same thing. It's just all ad revenue, okay? But YouTube kind of agrees that I'm a content creator and pays me for that content that I am creating, okay? Whereas Twitch does not. Okay, there's no difference in the content. It's just there still is an ad at the beginning and the end and so on and so forth of every single video that is posted. It's just Twitch has chosen not to pay people because they can get away with it, and there's no competitor. Because there's no competitor, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Because where am I going to go? YouTube gaming? No.
I see Beam seems to be picking up a bit, doesn't it? Have you had a look at that at all?
What?
The beam stream. What's it called? Watch beam. Is it?
A watch
idea.
beam? I have no idea what
Oh,
you're talking about.
Watch beam. It's another streaming platform. It's supposed to have a very low latency. So just like
I've never heard of it.
It's a Twitch clone, but they have like a 2 second latency. Obviously, the problem is the majority of the stream watchers aren't at Watch Beam yet.
Well,
Quite
here's
a lot of
another
Twitch,
thing.
streaming,
Twitch pads their numbers by the billions. Like they basically, I mean, I don't want to just flat out just call them cheaters and liars, but they're pretty much just cheaters and liars. When it comes to their own statistics for how many people are actually viewing and watching their content, there's a hell of a lot less than you might think, because there's a false economy that's been built on view botting here at Twitch.
I got view botted when I had about 20 followers, and I went up to 250. And then over the next 2 weeks, they just gradually disappeared. As they cleared out the bot accounts. Now I might just build back on about 300 now, but it's quite a daunting thing, really. It didn't really bother me, but it's just.
Oh, you got fake followed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got fake followed for about 5K at one point, and I had to complain to Twitch. I was like, "Look, man, this sucks and it's annoying." And they took about 1,000 of them off, and then just recently got the last bit of them. They were really annoying.
Yeah.
Amazon wants some of the money it invested back. You know what? We all expected that when Amazon bought Twitch, that a lot of the BS that occurs on Twitch was going to be corrected, because we just kind of naturally assumed that Amazon was going to be slightly less morally corrupt. But as it turns out, they were just like, you know what? There's already kind of a corrupt government in place here for Twitch. We'll just leave it. It's fine. Which is actually kind of just really bothered the absolute piss out of me. I think that whole thought process is just morally wrong.
Well, that's interesting. You got to think though, any majorly successful business on that level is just best interests.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, I'm well aware it's best interest. Google, which is obviously YouTube, is one of the few that I just wish they'd pull their heads out of their asses and fix YouTube gaming. Because if they did, I'd leave in a heartbeat. I really would. And I know a lot of streamers that feel the same way. They would be right over that fence instantly.
If they did what Twitch can't do and give the channel the support of just having, like DJ said earlier, an overlay, you just can choose like directly off the site. You don't have to run it on your computer or something. It just runs directly on the encoding of the stream when you send it. Stuff like that, animations for follows, chat moderation, good, like all the good things that we have now, but just make it into one package.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most of that stuff runs through Twitch alerts anyway, because they have a very unique kind of product that nobody else can have. Or nobody else does have, which I agree that if OBS could build that in, I think that would be the best way to do it. Is just for OBS.
Exists.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, the CLR browser plugin already has the ability to give you full scale overlays, animated overlays.
Which
just 1 second.
Sorry,
Todd. Thank you for popping by, mate. You take care. I will get in touch with you on Skype regarding the website and see what we can do there. But yeah, nice dealing with you then, and I'll see you soon, mate. Take care. I think Discord made there in a little bit. Are we getting robotic voices all around? Are we?
Actually, only you sound like you're robotic.
Oh, you do to me occasionally as well.
Well, that's
sometimes
because that just means that you're getting a little lag. Probably.
Well, I get it as well sometimes for both of you.
Oh, do you? Because you sound crystal clear to me.
Shall we jump over to TeamSpeak?
I don't have TeamSpeak.
Oh, you do not have TeamSpeak? Okay.
Negative.
www.teamspeak.com.
I could go get out and download it, but I have so many fucking VoIP programs already that I just don't want to really get another one. It's fine, actually. I've already said my piece to you guys today, so if you guys want to go ahead and take off, dip over to TeamSpeak, that's fine. That just actually just means there's less chatter for me to talk to the viewers and actually keep up with chat.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll spend some time with our own streams. Keep everyone happy. But yeah, honestly, just give me a nudge if you want anything else.
Okay.
Thanks for doing what you do, and thanks for the host yesterday, by the way.
Oh, you're very welcome. Did I host you yesterday?
Well, you just, Mr. Worm, you just broke 100 viewers.
You're fucking kidding me.
106 viewers.
That's not real. That's a view bot.
No, I don't think so. I think most of the people from Arcus jumped over to you.
Oh, is that what it is? Am I getting slammed? Did Arcus take off?
Arcus hosted me, but I'm just opening text files.
But he
You're actually playing the game.
I thought he left like a while back. Didn't he go to sleep like an hour ago?
Yeah.
He left the host on my channel, and then I've joined yours, like chatting. I think most of them want to see your gameplay.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Let's be
Yeah.
honest, text editing is quite boring to watch.
It is quite boring to watch.
I don't think it's that bad.
Oh, let me just check the Discord. Is there anything I can do here with the voice? I don't think so.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do down here, guys. We're just gonna fucking put the ore smelter right here, right next to this bitch, and run everything like we're just gonna run this all just straight through. So it's gonna be input, output bars, right? No conveyors, no Minox, no conveyors. I hate Minox so bad. I can't
Just
even
want to be a friend.
can't even begin to explain how much I dislike Minox. By the way, I love the word Minox because, you know, Star Wars. So we just got to kind of visualize where we want things. Our laser's not in the best spot for this, and we're kind of in a wellspring, if you will. NFC Plus, but not Unity. Good night, folks. Off to drink, get drunk, fall down, no problems. All right, El Seeker, you have a good one, buddy. 30 minutes is your sound mixer on a countdown to death. Speaking of which, we're at 2 minutes and 45 seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to restart the stream real quick. Be gone 30 seconds. I have to split the video file, so that's why I have to do that. So, just a heads up, I ran over a little bit today. That's going to piss Devin off pretty bad, but whatever. It's too late for that. I'll be right back.